We can't even get close to this storm. The ancestral hall's entrance is right ahead, but we can't even walk past it. This storm is formed by the deserted village's resentment. It is a trap Yexiao set using the souls of the entire village. My seal won't hold out much longer. This cursed storm is a program Yexiao wrote with neural code. I can use reverse code to temporarily suppress its execution. Give me 30 seconds. Qianqian, are you okay? I found it. The storm's core has 3 rune nodes, located on the left, middle, and right. As long as we shatter these 3 nodes simultaneously, the storm will dissipate. Ye Ling Jiang Shun, you two take the left and right nodes. Lu Wan, cover them with your seals. Qing Yin, you keep suppressing the storm with code to buy us some time. Xia Nuo, keep the nodes locked on the whole time and guide us. I will break the core node in the middle. Yan, do not come over. The seal is cursed. Sister, I finally found you. Do not be afraid, sister. I am getting you out right now. I will take you home. Qingyan, do not touch it. This is a soul-restoring seal. Forcing it open will cause the curse to devour your soul directly. Ha 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 ha. The power of the curse is far too strong. It is totally useless. Sister, I am sorry. I am too useless. I could not save you. The resentment in the entire ancestral hall instantly goes berserk. The scene of the 2 sisters dying in their past life explodes in his mind instantly. The cold and violent consciousness deep within can no longer suppress the freezing chill around him, almost freezing the entire ancestral hall. The mountain-cleaving axe lets out a soft hum. Soul rewind. Lin Chen, do not touch it. This is the spirit-binding annihilation array, a death trap. Yexiao modified from my parents' core spell. If you forcefully touch it, your consciousness will be annihilated along with the array. Life gate on the top left, death gate on the bottom right, using the soul as a guide, breaking curses with curses. The array's core is also Su Qingyu's consciousness core. Only by using a power of the same origin can she be stripped from the core. Lin Chen, you are the only one who can do this. In my past life, it took 7 days and sacrificed 3 core teammates, but in this life, everything has merged perfectly. Accurately wiping out the 13 death nodes in the array. Qingyue, can you hear my voice? Using the backdoor code of the galaxy system to reverse anchor your consciousness, I will help you tear an opening in the array. Su Qingyu, you ruined my plan. Lin Chen, you have destroyed my setups time and again. Today, all of you will die with my experiment. This bomb is tied to the curse of the entire deserted village. Even if you kill me, it will still blow. Ha 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 ha. Ha. In my past life, because of this bomb, I lost 2 core teammates. Soul rewind. This is it, Lin Chen. The bomb's core is the rune node at the bottom left. It shares the same origin as the spirit binding seal sister Lu Wan left behind.
We are running out of time.
Ah. Server-wide announcement. Congratulations to players Lin Chen, Su Qingya, Su Qingyan, Ye Ling Jiang Shun, and Xia Nuo for successfully clearing the A+ rank Hell tier dungeon, Sunset Village, claiming the server's first clear for Sunset Village, breaking the speed record for A+ rank dungeons. Clear time, 12 hours and 17 minutes. Unlocking full access to the main urban area of Fog City. It is not like that. Understood. This is the intel from Lin Chen's side. We will leave it to you. Captain, Miss Lu Wan's soul damage has been repaired by 55%. Her brainwaves are showing clear signs of autonomous fluctuation. It is just that her soul's origin was severely overdrawn, so she has entered a protective slumber. Yexiao, that lunatic. We broke his setup in Sunset Village, so he switched to another way to mess with players. If this keeps up, tens of millions of people on the server will have their consciousness drained by him. I looked into it. The final login coordinates of these victims are all in the abandoned factory district of Fog City's main urban area. Yexiao tampered with the underlying code for logging out, turning that place into a consciousness trap. Any player who steps in will have their consciousness locked in the space he built. This plan was something I noticed during the closed beta. Yexiao started it secretly behind the backs of all the developers. He built the Nightmare Factory in the game, specifically to devour players' consciousness, draining their mental energy to turn them into mindless puppets. These puppets are the core fuel for his consciousness immortality project, and the only thing that can completely destroy this plan and effectively fight back against Yexiao's supreme game privileges is called the Galaxy System. It is the ultimate fail-safe program I secretly embedded into the game's core after discovering his plot. I split it into 13 components and hid them in the 13 shrine dungeons I designed. Those are the shrine fragments we have been looking for. Only by gathering all 13 shrine fragments can we piece together the complete galaxy entity and gain top-level admin privileges for the game. Right now, we only have 2. Progress is at 2 out of 13. As for the 3rd shrine fragment, along with the galaxy entity I buried in the game, they are both inside the core hub of the Nightmare Factory. That is Yexiao's main lair for devouring player consciousness. It is also where countless top players perished in my past life. Moreover, it was the S-rank dungeon no one ever managed to clear. The regret of failing to save the trapped players in my past life comes flooding back. Captain, Miss Luwan's vitals are still stable, but her consciousness fluctuations are very weak. We use the highest tier consciousness nourishment protocol, but it still could not wake her up. We can only temporarily stabilize her soul's origin to prevent it from dissipating. If we want to fully wake her up, we need a power capable of repairing the soul's origin. The Galaxy system can do that. Galaxy's core logic is consciousness repair and rewind. As long as we get the Galaxy entity, we can completely repair Luwan's damaged soul and wake her up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Full team assemble. We are storming the Nightmare Factory. We have 3 objectives. First, rescue the consciousness of all trapped players. Second, secure the 3rd shrine fragment and locate the Galaxy entity. Third, completely destroy Yexiao's consciousness devouring plan. Do not worry. I will lead the way, even if it is the dragon's den or tiger's lair. I will carve a path for you. Leave the supplies, gear, and fire support to me. I guarantee the guys will be fully equipped. I will use the Eye of Truth to help everyone see through all traps and illusions. He definitely won't let anyone get hurt. Program cracking and code defense. We sisters got it covered. Move out. Sister Luwan is resting well at the base, so we have to clear this dungeon completely. Do not let her wake up and make a joke out of us. System prompt. You have entered the S-rank thriller dungeon, Nightmare Factory. Dungeon difficulty, Hell tier. Awakens the deepest fears and obsessions in your heart. Clear condition. Destroy the factory's core hub and rescue the consciousness of all trapped players. The Soul Rewind talent automatically activated. Lin Chen, wake up. Ha. Ha ha, welcome to my Nightmare Factory. Enjoy your memory prisons. When you are devoured by your obsessions, you will become my most perfect fuel. Lin Chen looks at the memory fragments of his past life on the wall, a hint of sorrow flashing in his eyes. Can everyone scattered in their own memory prisons successfully break free? Zis. Do you have to go to this closed beta? Mom and Dad are gone. We only have each other left. What will I do if something happens to you? Mind your own business. Just live your own life. Stop bothering me. This is Su Qingyin's deepest obsession. Yan, I'm sorry. Back then, I did not mean to abandon you, and it definitely was not that I did not care about you. I had already uncovered Yexiao's conspiracy in the closed beta. I had to go in and get evidence of his crimes to protect you and keep you from getting dragged in. I pushed you away because I was afraid Yexiao would realize you were my weakness and target you. During the 3 months I was missing, he captured me for experiments. What kept me alive every single day was the thought of making it out alive to see you again. Sis, I am sorry. I misunderstood you for so long. It is okay now, Yan. Now, we sisters will fight side by side and crush Yexiao's scheme. Inside Yiling's memory prison, what kind of despair is playing out? Ye Ling, this is not your fault. It is my fault. I got them killed. If it were not for me, they would not have died. The tragedy of your past life was not your fault. You did not survive just to live in guilt. You survived to carry their convictions and live a good life. In this life, you have us. I will never let you be alone again. Lin Chen, from the moment you saved me in the novice apartments, I have liked you. I want to stand by your side forever and face all the storms with you. Whether it is life or death, I will be with you. We will walk the road ahead together. Xia Nu is trapped in boundless darkness, unable to see his own fingers. You blind kid, you are just a useless freak. If you did not have the eye of truth, who would drag you along? You are just a burden. Xia Nu, your worth has never been just because of the eye of truth. You are our most important family member, whether you can see or not. We will never leave you behind. This is Yexiao's real-world main body and the 12 secret experimental bases he set up everywhere. He is also colluding with foreign factions, trying to turn the entire global network system into his testing ground. This is the zombie syndicate's entire assassination layout. I have to tell Lin Chen. Lin Chen, I saw it. I saw Yexiao's location in the real world and all of his experimental bases and layouts. Inside Jiangshun's memory prison, what will play out next? Jiang Xun is trapped in the rainy night villa where his parents were assassinated. The living room floor is covered in blood. His parents are lying in a pool of blood. Several people dressed in black, holding blood-stained knives, are walking step by step toward the young him. Do not touch Yexiao's experiment. Survive. I am so useless. He could not even protect my own parents. Jiang Shun, wake up. This is an illusion. Ah. Captain, am I totally useless? Aside from spending money, I can't do anything right. You guys always have to save me. What nonsense are you talking about? From the novice apartments onward, you have been our most solid backup. Without your resources and connections, without you risking your life to cover us time and again, we would not have made it to today. Jiang Shun, your parents never blamed you. They wanted you to live well. More importantly, they would want you to take up arms and fight against evil, instead of living in guilt forever. Detected host Jiang Shun's talent. Wealth rules. Completed ultimate evolution in a desperate situation function upgraded. Permissions can be unlocked using in-game currency. New ability, consume personal resources to cast an absolute guardian barrier for the entire team. Ha 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 ha. Brothers. I, Jiang Shun, will ride with you to the very end on the road ahead. Even if it is a mountain of blades or a sea of fire, I will blow it all wide open for you. Regroup and break the trap. The operation to rescue trapped players' consciousness officially begins. Lin Chen. I see it. The lock's core is made up of 13 players' consciousness cores. Hacking it forcibly will cause their consciousness to dissipate. Lin Chen sees the mother who lost her child, the young man whose startup failed, and so on. The players' memories synchronize with the team. Your child never blamed you. They just hoped you could keep walking forward. One failure does not mean your life is over. As long as you are alive, there is a chance to start over. You were not the one in the wrong. It was the people who hurt you. You do not have to use other people's mistakes to punish yourself for a lifetime. Thank you. This lunatic? To think he hid so many experimental bases domestically, and so many innocent people. Jiang Xun, take these coordinates and intel, and send them immediately to your father and the Provincial Public Security Special Operations Task Force. Yexiao's plot inside the game. We will handle it. Let the police take down his real-world lair. All intel has been synced. including Yexiao's location, the coordinates of the experimental bases, and their layouts, immediately syncing all intelligence with the Provincial Security Department and the Dragon Kingdom Ministry of Security, requesting initiation of Operation Thunder. That afternoon, a nationwide coordinated raid took place. Mysterious forces assaulted the experimental bases, capturing the remaining syndicate members, rescuing innocent civilians, and seizing experimental equipment and evidence. Lin Chen, it is you again. I will definitely kill you. We did it. Their operation was a massive success. They wiped out all of Yexiao's experimental bases and saved hundreds of people. Although his main body got away, his forces in the real world are basically finished. Lin Chen, you have really got some skills. To think you actually destroyed all my bases in the real world, but it does not matter. As long as I get the galaxy entity, I will never lose. Ye Ling, Zhang Shun, take the lead. Block the monster horde's invasion. Qing Yan, hack the mainframe program. Lock onto Yexiao's weak point. Everyone, back to back. Impossible. How did your power suddenly spike so much? Lin Chen, his weak point is at his heart. That is where his consciousness core is located. Third shrine fragment obtained. Galaxy entity officially activated. The journey of the 13 shrines is just beginning. Detected 3 shrine fragments embedded into Galaxy. Key verification progress. 3 per 13. System prompt detected host Lin Chen. Twin consciousness compatibility. 87%. Soul rewind talent and Galaxy core logic. Synergy. 100%. Meets base activation conditions. System prompt. Galaxy system base permissions unlocked. Acquired level 012 admin privileges for the game Illusion City. Can repair localized game rules. And stabilize player consciousness data. Captain, Miss Lu Wan's consciousness fluctuations have stabilized. Her soul damage is getting better. Galaxy's power really works. That is great. Sister Lu Wan is finally saved. Once we gather the remaining 10 fragments, we can definitely wake her up completely. Lin Chen channels Galaxy's power to repair Lu Wan's damaged soul scale. Congratulations to player Lin Chen and team for successfully clearing the S-rank thriller dungeon, Nightmare Factory. Congratulations to the Lin Yuan Pavilion squad for breaking the speed clear record. Obtained the 3rd shrine fragment from the dungeon. Unlocked full access to the main urban area of Fog City. The Nightmare Factory incident is over, but our journey is not finished yet. Next, we have to clear 10 more shrine dungeons. Gather the fragments. Wake up Lu Wan and put an end to Yexiao's conspiracy. Nightmare Factory dungeon cleared. Lin Yuan Pavilion secures the #1 spot, clearing out most of the dangers in Fog City, bringing a safe space for ordinary players. Mysterious forces, relying on the dungeon's data, raided 3 of Yexiao's experimental dens. His faction is rapidly crumbling. Captain, 500 elite players on the perimeter have set up 3 defensive lines, completely sealing off the clock tower plaza. Not even a fly could get in. This chrono sequence is the core site for Yexiao's time loop experiment. Here, he simulates the limit of how long consciousness can remain in a time loop, testing whether consciousness can achieve immortality in infinite cycles. The time flow inside the dungeon is entirely chaotic. We will be trapped in a 24-hour cycle of the same day, infinite loops. Every time a loop fails, a portion of our consciousness will be devoured. If we exceed 99 loops, our consciousness will completely dissipate into the turbulent flow of time. I can't detect a stable timeline inside the dungeon. All code detection signals will be torn apart by the time turbulence. Every scene inside, every NPC is a node in the loop. Once an action we take deviates from the loop's trajectory, it will trigger a temporal backlash, forcing us back to the start of the loop. The 4th shrine fragment is locked inside the time hub at the very depths of the dungeon. We can only get the fragment if we break the loop. Lin Chen. Over 1,000 player consciousnesses are trapped in the clock tower. The time hub is at the top. There is also complete data for experimental base No. 4 and the human testing grounds. It is just a time loop, right? Even if we loop 100 times, I will smash this damn clock tower's time hub to pieces. Captain, give the order and we move. I will lead the way. Memories of running the dungeon in his past life flood his mind. Twin consciousness compatibility climbs to 90%. The boundary blurs a bit more. Captain, Miss Luan's soul damage is 60% repaired. By extracting more shrine fragments early, she will recover even faster. Do not worry. Once we get the 4th fragment, your consciousness will recover even better. After entering the dungeon, everyone will be permanently bound by the time anchor protocol. No matter which loop node you get sucked into, you must not sever the consciousness sharing link. King Yan. You are in charge of cracking the loop's underlying code and finding a stable node in the timeline. Molu, you are responsible for locking onto every loop fluctuation, as well as the location of the time hub. Ye Ling Jiang Shun, you will handle the time monsters in the loop and hold the team's defensive line. Understood. Understood. You have entered the S-rank shrine dungeon. Chrono sequence. First loop initiated. Failed to destroy the time hub. Consciousness origin point deducted will permanently dissipate. The group is dragged into their respective memory illusions. Jiang Xun returns to his childhood. Yiling returns to the Snow Mountain mission. Lin Chen returns to the final battle with Yexiao in his past life. Loop failed. Forced rewind to the starting point. Deducted 10 points of consciousness origin. Good grief, throwing this at us right from the start. Dragging us straight into a flashback kill, without giving us any time to react. This is the core trap of Chrono sequence. It uses the deepest memories in our hearts to create customized time illusions, trapping our consciousness and making the loops fail infinitely. I have already seen through the loop's underlying logic. With every loop, the illusion becomes stronger than the last. We have to, within every loop, find the corresponding time anchor, break the illusion, so we can advance step by step. In the ensuing loops, everyone experiences time rewinds time and again, breaking illusions and closing in on the top of the clock tower. 10th loop. Xia Nuo's Eye of Truth breaks through, able to accurately locate time anchors, guiding the team to avoid all traps. 30th loop. The Su sisters extend the loop duration to 72 hours. 50th loop. Ye Ling's talent evolves, carving out a path. 70th loop. Jiang Xun awakens the wealth rules and puts up a barrier. Lin Chen's twin consciousness resonates, rewinding the team's status by 5 seconds. Finally, on the 99th loop, Lin Chen clears 99 floors and reaches the rooftop. The time hub is right before their eyes. Intruders remain in the time loop forever. Ugh. Your consciousness should not be trapped in this endless loop forever. Your families are still in the real world, waiting for you to come home. Congratulations to players Lin Chen and his team for clearing the S-rank Shrine Dungeon Chrono Sequence. Lin Yuan Pavilion claims the server's first clear, breaking the speed record. Lin Chen obtains the 4th Shrine Fragment, 4 per 13 gathered, unlocking temporary edit permissions for time rules. The moment the dungeon was cleared, the mysterious forces received the experimental base data sent by Lin Chen. They immediately mobilized to shut down Yexiao's testing grounds. Captain, Miss Luan's soul damage has been repaired by 70%. Her brain waves are already close to normal levels. In the underground magma caves of Fog City's main urban area, boiling magma surges all year round. The air is thick with a scorching heat that burns the soul. The giant volcanic crater deep inside the cave is the 5th Shrine Dungeon, the entrance to the Soul Furnace. In the center of the crater floats a pitch-black furnace. Inside it surges dark green soul fire. Any living creature that gets close will instantly have its soul origin extracted, reduced to fuel for the furnace. This place is the core replica site of Yexiao's soul-devouring experiment. It is also the slaughterhouse where he screens vessels for his immortality. In the 3 days since clearing the Chrono Sequence dungeon, Lin Yuan Pavilion's influence has covered 70% of the safe zones in Fog City's main urban area. The sisters, Su Qingyue and Su Qingyan, used the level 2 permissions unlocked by Galaxy to fix the death rules in dozens of malicious dungeons, saving millions of ordinary players from mortal danger. Meanwhile, in reality, the mysterious forces, using the experimental data from Chrono Sequence, tracked down and wiped out 5 of Yexiao's scattered experimental dens. His domestic forces are steadily collapsing. Captain, the 2,000 elite players on the perimeter have secured all entrances and exits to the magma cave. The 3 layers of soul protection barriers are set up. We absolutely won't give Yexiao's remnant forces any chance for a sneak attack. Soul immunity amulets and origin stabilizing potions, mental amplification devices. I have maxed them all out for the guys. Even in the core area of the furnace, they can withstand the soul erosion. This soul furnace is the final site of Yexiao's soul-devouring experiment. He set up a soul force field here that will continuously extract players' soul origins. The closer you get to the furnace's core, the stronger the suppression, and the faster your soul origin gets extracted by devouring enough powerful souls. He wants to refine a perfect vessel to carry his immortal consciousness. All the enemies in this dungeon are players and test subjects whose soul origins he drained. The furnace is divided into 9 levels. Each level has its own soul force field suppression. The deeper we go towards the core, the more our talents and skill effects will be suppressed. Inside the 9th level's furnace core lies the 5th Shrine Fragment. There is also complete evidence of Yexiao colluding with foreign forces, as well as the real-world coordinates and smuggling routes for experimental base No. 5 at the border. Lin Chen. Thousands of players' souls are trapped in the furnace. Using countless devoured souls, he refined the Lord of the Furnace. The shrine fragment is hidden inside its body. Also, I saw foreign armed forces. They are using border crossings to transport experimental reagents and weapons to Yexiao. I do not care about this Lord of the Furnace. If it dares to devour players' souls, I will smash it to pieces along with its damn furnace.
Captain, let us go.
I will lead the way. Even if my soul burns, I will still carve out a path for you. In my past life, when I ran this soul furnace dungeon, my team members' soul origins were constantly being devoured by the furnace. Ultimately, 2 teammates died covering me, completely consumed by the furnace, their consciousness dissipating forever. But in this life, I will never let such a tragedy happen again. Captain, Miss Lu Wan is getting better every day. Now, when we talk to her, her brain waves show clear fluctuations. She just can't wake up yet. Once we secure the 5th fragment, we will be one step closer to waking you up. Once we enter the furnace, everyone must maintain the soul link at all times. Jiang Xun, keep the soul protection barrier up the entire way. Nuo Nu, lock onto the source of the soul erosion. Qingyue, Qingyan, use your code to shield us from the furnace's force field. Ye Ling, lead the way and carve a path. Remember, no matter what happens, do not let the soul fire touch your bodies. Understood? Let us move. System prompt. Dungeon clear conditions. Reach the 9th level of the furnace. Kill the final boss, Lord of the Furnace. Destroy the soul furnace core. System prompt. Warning. If your soul origin is depleted to 0, your consciousness will be permanently devoured by the furnace. Revival is impossible. These things can't be killed. They have merged completely with the sea of soul fire. Their core is an obsession with living. Qingyue, Qingyan, build a consciousness-soothing sub-channel with your code. Nuo Nu. Use your mental energy to calm their consciousness fluctuations. I will reawaken their true selves. You are not monsters. You are living human beings. Your families are still in the real world, waiting for you to come home. The wraiths that were originally lunging madly gradually stopped in their tracks. Within their translucent bodies, anguished faces began to appear. Thank you. We are finally free. The group pressed onward and downward, clearing floor after floor of the furnace's trials. They endured the increasingly powerful soul force field suppression and faced increasingly powerful undead monsters, but no one fell behind. On the 5th level, Xianua's Eye of Truth achieved its ultimate breakthrough. He can completely block out the soul erosion. His mental energy broke through the game's upper limits. Even the force field suppression at the deepest part of the furnace could no longer affect his perception. On the 7th level, Yiling's limit combat state broke through its limits on a soul level. Even though her soul origin was continuously being devoured, she fought harder as the battle went on. The heavier her injuries, the stronger her soul became. She forcibly cleaved through the lava behemoths blocking their way, carving a path for the team down to the 9th level. Intruders become fuel for the furnace. A brilliant golden light erupted in Lin Chen's eyes. He pushed his soul rewind talent to the absolute limit, forcibly rewinding the soul fire pillars that were about to explode, completely dissipating them into nothingness. Congratulations to the Lin Yuan Pavilion squad for conquering the Soul Furnace. Server's first clear claimed, breaking the speed clear record for S-rank dungeons. Clear time, 8 hours and 22 minutes. Player Lin Chen has obtained the 5th Shrine Fragment. Shrine Fragments gathered, 5 per 13. Unlocking temporary edit permissions for the game's soul rules. Temporary access activated. The moment the dungeon was cleared, at a border crossing in the real world, a fleet of dozens of border patrol cars and anti-drug speedboats formed a convoy, heading swiftly toward Yexiao's experimental base No. 5 at the border. Zhang's father received the complete coordinates and smuggling routes sent by Lin Chen. He immediately synced them with the Security Special Operations Task Force. The Border Patrol and the Anti-Drug Unit joined forces to raid this secret experimental base hidden deep in the border forests. They successfully intercepted Ye Xiao's overseas smuggling ring, took down his border experimental base, and captured all personnel involved. They seized a massive amount of illegal experimental reagents and smuggled weapons. Ye Xiao's forces at the border were completely uprooted. Back at the Linyuan Pavilion base, Lin Chen immediately brought the fifth shrine fragment to the medical ward. Galaxy's golden light enveloped the sterile pod. Lu Wan's eyelashes fluttered clearly for the very first time. Lin Chen Lu Wan's soul damage has been repaired by 85%. Her eyelashes just moved. She can clearly perceive sounds from the outside world now, having survived the battle at the Soul Furnace. Everyone on the team has experienced significant growth. They are one giant step closer to gathering all 13 fragments. And the final showdown with Ye Xiao. As the curtain falls on the Soul Furnace, the turbulent currents of the sixth shrine dungeon, the Data Abyss, are rushing toward them. In the Xingqiang Tech Building of Fog City's main urban area, down in the underground server room, thousands of servers blink with an eerie green light. Countless lines of garbled code scroll rapidly across the screens. The giant mainframe in the center of the room is endlessly pouring out chaotic streams of code, forming a bottomless abyss. This is the sixth shrine dungeon, the entrance to the Data Abyss. It is also the virtual replica of Ye Xiao's cyber attack programs, and more importantly, his core nest for tampering with the game's rules and erasing player consciousness. In the 5 days since the Soul Furnace was cleared, Linyuan Pavilion has become the guardian in the eyes of all the players on the server. Lin Chen and his team, using the permissions unlocked by Galaxy, rescued players trapped in dozens of malicious dungeons. Millions of players flocked to join Linyuan Pavilion, pushing the guild's core player count past 6 million. Meanwhile, in reality, the mysterious forces, using the smuggling evidence obtained from the Soul Furnace, took down Ye Xiao's entire chain of collusion with foreign forces. His forces in the real world are on the verge of collapse. Captain, the 3,000 elite players on the perimeter have secured all the entrances and exits to the Xingqiang Tech Building. The building's network system has been completely taken over by us. We absolutely won't give Ye Xiao any chance for a remote sneak attack. Code firewalls, data stabilizers, and consciousness anchoring programs have all been equipped for the guys. Even if they fall into the code turbulence, they can safely pull their consciousness back. This Data Abyss is a chaotic data space that Ye Xiao built using the game's underlying code. It is also the ultimate backdoor he left behind during the closed beta. The dungeon is filled with chaotic streams of code that will continuously tamper with players' game data and erase their consciousness and memories. It can even directly delete a player's consciousness origin. He is testing his cyber attack programs here. He wants to use the game's servers to hack into the nation's entire network system, paving the way for his consciousness immortality project. I can't detect any stable code flows inside the dungeon. All detection signals get more frantic with each level. The deeper we go, the higher the risk of our consciousness data being tampered with. The sixth shrine fragment is inside the core mainframe at the very bottom of the abyss. That is also where you will find Ye Xiao's ultimate cyber attack program, as well as the server address and backdoor programs for cyber attack base No. 6. In the real world, Lin Chen, there are hundreds of top-tier programmer players trapped in the abyss. Their consciousness data is being tampered with by the turbulence, and it is about to be completely deleted. There are very strong shrine fragment fluctuations inside the core mainframe, and also countless player consciousness data that Ye Xiao has locked down. I also see that Ye Xiao's program is attacking our country's civilian network systems. In just 3 days, he is going to launch a nationwide cyber attack, even though I do not understand all this messy code. If anyone tries to mess with our people, I will smash their damn servers to pieces. Qing Yue, Qing Yan. You two handle cracking the code. I will watch your backs. I guarantee no monsters will get to you. In my past life, when I ran this Data Abyss dungeon, the Su sisters, in order to crack Xiao's ultimate program, suffered a backlash from the code turbulence. They were almost completely deleted, and ultimately suffered irreversible mental damage. But in this life, I will never let such a tragedy happen again, Captain. Miss Luan can completely understand what we are saying. We told her you are running the Data Abyss dungeon, and her brain waves immediately spiked. It was like she was cheering you on. Do not worry, we will definitely make it back safely. Once we gather the fragments, we will wake you up immediately. Once we enter the dungeon, everyone must keep their consciousness data anchors bound at all times. Do not get separated from the team under any circumstances. Qingyue, Qingyan, you two will crack the code turbulence and build a stable data channel. Got it. No. You lock onto any tampered consciousness data and hidden program traps. Ye Ling Jiang Shun, you two handle the data monsters and hold the team's defensive line. Let us move out. System prompt. Dungeon clear conditions. Reach the 7th level of the Abyss. Destroy the core mainframe. Kill the final boss, Lord of Data. If your consciousness data is completely altered, your consciousness will be permanently deleted. Revival is impossible. These things just recombine after being shattered. They can't be killed. Their core is made of vulnerabilities in the underlying code. Only by patching those vulnerabilities can we completely destroy them. Qingyue, Qingyan. I have found the stable code node for this level. I am syncing the coordinates to you. You two build the stable channel. Nu. Lock onto the player consciousness trapped in the turbulence. We are getting them all out of here. The group pressed steadily downward, clearing wave after wave of code turbulence, and cracking trap after program trap. They rescued hundreds of players trapped in the turbulence. On the 2nd level, the Su sisters worked together to crack Xiao's code firewall, establishing a permanent and stable data channel, ensuring the turbulence could no longer erode their consciousness data. On the 4th level, Xiaonuo's Eye of Truth broke through the data limits. He could see through all code vulnerabilities and program backdoors, pinpointing exactly where each tampered player's consciousness was. Even the consciousness data locked down by Xiao could be meticulously extracted by him. On the 6th level, Jiang Shun used his wealth rules to buy top-tier server permissions. This provided the Su sisters with massive computing power, allowing them to forcibly pry open a safe channel through the violent code turbulence, leading down to the 7th level. Ye Ling guarded the channel's entrance, cleaving every incoming data monster to pieces, buying the Su sisters enough time to crack the codes. Finally, the team cleared the first 6 levels, arriving at the core area on the 7th level of the Data Abyss. A massive core mainframe towered in the center of the turbulence. Its screens flashed with Xiao's ultimate cyber attack program. The 6th shrine fragment was embedded right inside the mainframe's core chip, and beside the mainframe floated a humanoid monster made of countless lines of garbled code. It was the dungeon's final boss, Lord of Data. Illegal intruders detected, just as the deletion code struck. Lin Chen's twin consciousness achieved an unprecedented level of resonance. In my past life, in this Data Abyss, It was right here that I used my consciousness as a guide to forcibly rewind Yixiao's deletion program. That is the only way I saved the Su sisters' consciousness. But in this life, I have fully embraced the memories and power of my past life. His soul rewind talent was pushed to its absolute limit by Lin Chen. He forcibly rewound the deletion program just as it activated, completely reversing its effects. Qing Yue, Qing Yan, now's your chance. Its core vulnerability is exposed. Lin Chen's voice pierced through the code turbulence. The Su sisters reacted instantly. System prompt: congratulations to players Lin Chen, Su Qingya, Su Qingyan. Ye Ling Jiang Shun and Xia Nuo for successfully clearing the S-rank Shrine Dungeon, Data Abyss. Congratulations to the Linyuan Pavilion squad for claiming the Data Abysses. Server first clear. Breaking the speed clear record for S-rank dungeons. Clear time, 10 hours and 5 minutes. Player Lin Chen has obtained the 6th Shrine Fragment. Shrine Fragments gathered, 6 per 13. Unlocking temporary edit permissions for the game's code rules. The moment the dungeon was cleared. In the real world's Dragon Kingdom Cybersecurity Command Center, deafening cheers erupted instantly. The technical team, using the server address and backdoor programs sent by Lin Chen, launched Operation Thunder simultaneously. They completely destroyed dozens of overseas cyber attack nodes set up by Yixiao, intercepting the nationwide cyber attack he was about to launch. They successfully protected the domestic civilian network systems and critical information infrastructure. Yixiao's entire influence in the cyber domain was completely uprooted. Captain, Miss Lu Wan is completely conscious. She just opened her eyes and recognized us. Her body is just still bound by the slumber state, so she can't move much yet. Once we gather the remaining shrine fragments and activate the complete galaxy system, she will be able to wake up completely. During the battle in the Data Abyss, the Su sisters worked together to unlock Galaxy's Level 2 permissions. They can now temporarily rewrite the game's underlying code, gaining the core ability to combat Yixiao's programs. Lin Chen's twin consciousness compatibility surpassed 95%. His soul rewind talent can now forcibly rewind tampered consciousness data. Even deleted consciousnesses can be forcibly pulled back. Lin Chen looked at the 6 shrine fragment marks on his wrist, his eyes filled with determination. They are almost halfway there, to gathering all 13 fragments, and reaching the final showdown with Yixiao at the abandoned mental hospital in Fog City's main urban area, which is shrouded in a gray fog all year round. The mottled walls are covered with scratch marks. Faint whispers drift from the wards. Every sound accurately strikes the listener's deepest obsessions. The hospital's central building is the 7th Shrine Dungeon, the entrance to the obsession cage. It is also the virtual replica for Yixiao's consciousness control experiments. More importantly, it is the core facility he uses to obliterate players' self-awareness and manufacture consciousness puppets. In the week since the Data Abyss dungeon was cleared, Linyuan Pavilion has completely taken control of 80% of Fog City's main urban area. Lin Chen and his team used Galaxy's Level 2 permissions to fix most of the game's malicious rules. They opened temporary logout channels in multiple safe dungeons, allowing players who are physically unwell to temporarily return to the real world to recover. Meanwhile, in reality, the Dragon Kingdom's Security Task Force, using the program backdoors acquired in the Data Abyss, took out hundreds of Yixiao's cyber attack nodes worldwide. His forces have completely crumbled. Jiang Shun stood before the gates of the mental hospital, holding a specially crafted illusion-breaking badge. His face was full of calm determination. Captain, The 4,000 elite players on the perimeter have secured all the entrances and exits of the mental hospital. The 5-layer obsession protection barriers are fully set up. We absolutely won't give Xiao's remnant forces any chance to strike. Illusion-breaking badges, true self-anchoring potions, and illusion immunity buffs are all maxed out for the guys. Even if they fall into an illusion, they can break free within 10 seconds. This obsession cage is the final site for Xiao's consciousness control experiment. He built a 7-layer illusion cage here. Every layer corresponds to the deepest obsession in the human heart: family, friendship, love, wealth, power, life, and death. And the self, once a player steps in, they will be dragged into their own exclusive illusion cage. Only by completely letting go of their obsessions and making peace with themselves can they break the illusion and escape the cage. He wants to use this experiment to find a way to completely control human consciousness, traducing all players into puppets he can manipulate at will. The illusion cage has 7 layers in total. The illusion on each layer will feel more real than the last, and hit the softest spots in people's hearts even harder. Once you lose yourself in the illusion and forget your true identity, your consciousness will be permanently trapped in the cage, becoming a part of the illusion. The 7th shrine fragment is locked inside the true self building deep within the mental hospital. There is also complete data for mind control, experimental base No 7 in the real world, as well as the consciousness implant program Xiao uses to control his test subjects. Lin Chen. Thousands of players are trapped in the hospital. They have been lost in the illusions for months. Their consciousness is about to be completely assimilated. There are very strong shrine fragment fluctuations coming from the true self-building. It can manipulate everyone's illusions and amplify the deepest obsessions in our hearts. So what if it is an illusion? Even if I have to go through 100 illusions, I will never forget who I am. Forget the captain. Forget our family this time. I will break my own obsessions myself. I do not need you guys to protect me anymore. Lin Chen lowered his eyes. He looked at the 6 shrine fragments on his wrist. The fragments are resonating intensely with the fragment inside the true self-building. The consciousness that returned from a bloodbath in his past life once again resonated with his original consciousness. In his past life, when he ran this obsession cage dungeon, everyone in the team fell into the illusions. It took him 3 whole days and nights to wake up his lost teammates one by one. But in the end, there were still 2 players who never woke up from the illusions. But in this life, he will lead everyone to shatter their obsessions together and achieve self-redemption. Lin Chen clenched his fists slightly. A hint of understanding, gentleness, and determination flashed in his eyes. In his past life, after experiencing countless cycles of illusions in the obsession cage, he finally understood that the essence of illusions has never been about destruction, but about facing them. His twin consciousness completely merged at this moment. The avenger of his past life and the guardian of his present life no longer have any boundaries between them. The twin consciousness compatibility quietly climbed from 95% to 98%. It is just one final push away from completely merging. He raised his hand and connected to the medical ward's comms. A real-time feed of Lu Wan immediately appeared on the screen. Throughout this week, he used Galaxy's power every day to inject restorative energy into Lu Wan's consciousness. The data on the screen showed that her body has fully regained consciousness, and she maintains emotional awareness at all times. Captain, Miss Lu Wan is fully prepared. She told me to tell you that you must return safely. She is waiting at the base to reunite with everyone. We will definitely bring back the 7th fragment. We will be reunited with you very soon after entering the dungeon. No matter what kind of illusion you fall into, no matter how real everything inside seems, never forget who you are. Do not forget who the people beside you are. We are family. No matter how hard the illusion is, I will find you. Are you ready? System prompt. You have entered the S-rank Shrine Dungeon. Obsession Cage Illusion Mechanism activated. Currently, on the 1st layer of the Obsession Cage, break through the 7-layer Illusion Cage. Face your true self and reach the true self building. Kill the final boss, Lord of Obsession. System prompt. Warning. Losing your self-awareness completely within the illusion will result in being permanently trapped in the dungeon. Revival is impossible. Yelling run. Survive. This time, I won't let you sacrifice yourselves again. Jiang Xun fell into the rainy night illusion of his parents' assassination. He returned to the moment his parents lay in a pool of blood. Men in black raised their knives, walking step by step toward the young him. This time, he did not pretend to be a playboy to escape reality. Instead, he gripped the gun in his hand tightly and stood in front of his parents, fighting the men in black to the death, protecting his family. Mom, Dad, this time I can protect you, and I can protect my teammates too. The moment the illusion shattered, he completely broke the shackles in his heart. Wealth Rules achieved its ultimate awakening, becoming the team's most indestructible defensive core. Su Qingyu and Su Qingyan fell into the rainy day illusion of their fallout 3 years ago. Su Qingyu looked at her younger sister crying and blocking her way, and no longer spoke those cold words. Instead, she hugged her. She told her about Xiao's conspiracy, and told her about her own worries. I am sorry, Yanyan. I should not have left you behind. I should not have hidden everything from you. The code reconstruction talent achieved ultimate fusion. Working together, the sisters can crack any underlying code in the game world. Even the core programs written by Xiao himself. Xia Nu fell into the childhood illusion of his blindness. He returned to the day his classmates mocked him as a blind burden. He was surrounded by malicious sneers and insults. This time, he did not cower in the corner crying silently anymore. Instead, he raised his head and activated the Eye of Truth. Golden light illuminated the entire classroom. I am not blind. I can see things you can't. My eyes have never been my weakness. Meanwhile, Lin Chen fell into the illusion of his past life's final battle. He returned to the core hub. His teammates fell one by one beside him. Su Qingyan, Yi Ling, Xia Nu, Jiang Xun all died right in front of him. In the end, he was the only one left to perish, together with Xiao. In the boundless darkness, the regrets, pain, and helplessness of his past life drowned him like a tidal wave, but this time, he was no longer trapped by his obsession. Instead, he gripped his mountain-cleaving axe tightly and spoke into the darkness of the illusion, word by word. The regrets of my past life, I have made up for in this life. I am no longer alone. I have my family, my teammates. In this life, I will never let them get hurt again. The moment those words fell, the illusion shattered instantly. When Lin Chen opened his eyes, he was already standing in front of the True Self building. Ye Ling, Jiang Xun, the Su sisters, and Jia Nuo were already standing there. The past gloom in everyone's eyes was gone, replaced only by relief and determination. They had all relied on their own strength to break their obsession cages and achieve self-redemption. The group looked at each other and smiled. No words were needed. They all understood each other's growth. Together, they pushed open the doors of the True Self building and stepped into the dungeon's final core area. In the center of the True Self building floated a golden shrine fragment. It was exactly the 7th shrine fragment, and standing beside the fragment was a boss condensed from the obsessions of countless players, the Lord of Obsession. It could manipulate illusions at will and amplify the deepest obsessions in people's hearts. Even though the group had already broken their own cages, they were still affected by its power. The phantoms of the illusions appeared before their eyes again. Let go of obsessions. Ridiculous. As long as people are alive, they will forever be trapped by obsessions. It raised its hand and launched its ultimate illusion, trying to drag everyone back into the endless cages of obsession. The moment the illusion struck, Lin Chen leaped into the air. His entire body glowed with a pure golden light. His twin consciousness completely achieved reconciliation at this moment. All the power of this life, all the memories, and all the obsessions converged together. His soul rewind talent was pushed to an unprecedented realm. Not only did it rewind the illusion, it awakened all the player consciousnesses trapped in the cages. Truly letting go is never about having no obsessions. It is about guarding your true self and carrying your obsessions and regrets to live a better life. Lin Chen's voice pierced through layers of illusions. reaching into the consciousness of every trapped player, and shattered the core of the Lord of Obsession. Countless awakened player consciousnesses began a frenzied backlash against the Lord of Obsession's true body. A violent explosion echoed. The Lord of Obsession was completely annihilated within the true self building. The illusionary fog covering the entire mental hospital dissipated completely in an instant. Server-wide announcement. Congratulations to player Lin Chen, Su Qingyan, Ye Ling Jiang Shun, and Xia Nuo for successfully clearing the S-rank Shrine Dungeon, Obsession Cage. Server-wide announcement. Congratulations to the Linyuan Pavilion squad for claiming the server's first clear of the Obsession Cage, breaking the speed clear record for S-rank dungeons. Clear time, 3 hours and 17 minutes. Server-wide announcement. Player Lin Chen has obtained the 7th Shrine Fragment. Shrine Fragments. Gathered. 7/13 unlocking temporary edit permissions for the game's consciousness rules. The moment the dungeon was cleared, the Security Special Operations Task Force in the real world immediately received the complete data for Mind Control Experimental Base No. 7 sent by Lin Chen. The police, in conjunction with the Psychiatric Medical Task Force, launched Operation Thunder across the city. They raided secret experimental sites in over 10 private hospitals. They dismantled all of Yexiao's forces, hidden within the psychiatric medical system, capturing hundreds of involved doctors and researchers. The network Yexiao had laid out in the psychiatric field for over a decade was completely uprooted. Back at the Linyuan Pavilion base, Lin Chen immediately brought the 7th Shrine Fragment to the medical ward. Galaxy's golden light enveloped the sterile pod. Lu Wan looked at everyone outside the sterile pod and revealed a faint smile. Everyone on the medical team burst into tears instantly. Captain, Miss Lu Wan smiled. She can see us through the glass and interact with us. Her soul damage has been completely repaired. Now we just need to gather the remaining 6 fragments and activate the complete galaxy system. Open the sterile pod, and she can come out and reunite with us right away. After the battle in the Obsession Cage, the talents of everyone on the team achieved their ultimate evolution. Their synergy reached its peak. They broke through the 7-layer illusion and faced the deepest obsessions in their hearts. They achieved self-redemption and became a truly inseparable family. Lin Chen looked at the 7 shrine fragment marks on his wrist, glowing with dazzling golden light. He looked up at the game world outside the base's window. Sunlight pierced through the clouds and spilled across every corner of Fog City's main urban area. They are so close to gathering all 13 fragments and the final showdown with Yexiao. They have walked more than half the journey, with the Obsession Cage behind them. The remaining 6 shrine dungeons. We will conquer them one by one. A week has passed since acquiring the 7th Shrine Fragment. During this week, Linyuan Pavilion's influence has covered 90% of the safe zones in Fog City's main urban area. A patrol team of 5 million peace-loving players completely wiped out all of Yexiao's remaining consciousness puppets in the main urban area, protecting tens of millions of players. Captain, underwater gear is fully equipped for the guys. Pressure resistance, mental erosion defense, and infinite oxygen buffs are all maxed out. We would be fine even going down to the Mariana Trench. On the perimeter, first 1,000 elite players have already secured the port to prevent any sneak attacks from Yexiao's remnants. Captain, Miss Lu Wan's vitals remain stable, but her soul damage repair progress is stalled at 60%. Her consciousness is still in a state of protective slumber. There are no signs of her waking up yet. However, as per your request, we have synced the real-time coordinates of the dungeon to her consciousness interface. If there are any fluctuations in her consciousness, she will give us feedback immediately. After clearing the Obsession Cage dungeon, I used Galaxy's power every day to repair Lu Wan's soul network. But in the battle at Sunset Village, Lu Wan sacrificed all her lifeblood seals. Her soul origin was too severely damaged, so she has not been able to wake up from her slumber. During this week, as the medical team was organizing the seal manuscripts Lu Wan left behind, they discovered the blueprint for breaking the mutant soul restoring array that she had written in advance. That includes the method for cracking the underwater seal traps in the Deep Sea Ruins dungeon. This dungeon is the Deep Sea Consciousness experimental ground that Yexiao built during the closed beta. Its core is the consciousness isolation experiment. He uses the extreme pressure and isolating environment of the deep sea to simulate the state of consciousness detached from the physical body, testing the limit of consciousness survival in a totally isolated environment. This provides core data for his consciousness immortality project. The water pressure inside the dungeon continuously increases the deeper you dive, while constantly peeling away players' consciousness. The deeper into the sea you go, the easier it is to fall into isolated illusions. Eventually, your consciousness completely dissipates into the deep sea. I can't detect any data from inside the dungeon. All code detection signals get devoured by the deep sea turbulence. It is a completely sealed underwater space of rules. Once you step inside, there is no way to surface and exit other than clearing it. The 8th shrine fragment is in the core cabin of the shipwreck. It also hides all the information on experimental base No. 8 in the real world. Additionally, the manuscript Miss Lu Wan left behind clearly states that this shipwreck is rigged with 3 layers of underwater spirit-binding barriers. The life gate of each layer shifts with the ocean currents. We have already synced the cracking blueprint to everyone's terminals. Lin Chen. Inside the shipwreck 3,000 meters below sea level, there are very strong shrine fragment fluctuations, but the shipwreck is surrounded by illusion force fields, and countless player consciousnesses devoured by the experiment. They have merged with the deep sea environment and are very hard to detect. I also see the barrier's sister Lu Wan marked. Each layer has many player consciousnesses trapped inside. I do not care if it is deep sea monsters or illusions. I won't lose in an underwater fight. We have all memorized the cracking blueprint Miss Lu Wan left behind. Captain, give the order and we move. I will lead the way. Even on a deep-sea mission, I will carve out a safe path for you. In my past life, when I ran this deep-sea dungeon, the team lost nearly half its core members. In the end, we still failed to get the complete experimental data, allowing Yexao's coastal experimental base to operate for 2 whole extra years. But in this life, with a complete team, and the cracking manuscript Lu Wan left behind with her life, I have no more worries. The twin consciousness compatibility has quietly climbed from 95% after the Obsession Cage dungeon to 96%. The boundary between the 2 consciousnesses has blurred even further. Once we get the 8th fragment, we will definitely wake you up. Deep Sea Ruins is Yexao's 8th shrine dungeon. After entering, everyone must maintain the consciousness link at all times. No one is to stray more than 5 meters from the team. We follow Lu Wan's blueprint strictly to crack the seal traps. Understood. Understood. 30 meters to the front left, 12 consciousness entities are approaching. Miss Lu Wan's blueprint marks their obsession cores. These things can't be killed. They have merged completely with the deep sea environment. Their core obsession is the despair of isolation. Qingyue. Qingyan, use Galaxy's code to build a consciousness sharing channel. Transmit our team's consciousness link to them. By awakening their true selves, we can dissolve their obsessions. We are finally not alone anymore. We pressed forward and finally reached the shipwreck 3,000 meters below sea level. This century-old ocean liner is now completely rusted over. Its hull is deformed by the deep-sea pressure. Countless black runes crawl all over the ship. This is the core location of the deep-sea ruins dungeon. At the entrance of the hull, lies a thick consciousness barrier. This is the ultimate defense Yexiao built, using the consciousness of hundreds of test subjects. Ordinary attacks and code cannot break it at all. The barrier at the entrance is a triple spirit binding barrier. The life gate is at the third keel on the port side of the hull. The blueprint Miss Lu Wan left behind marks the complete sequence to break the seals. Intruders. Lin Chen. In my past life, it took me 3 whole hours to find the boss's weak point, but in this life, with the blueprint guide Lu Wan left behind. I saw right through it at a glance. Congratulations to player Lin Chen, Su Qingyu, Su Qingyan, Ye Ling, Zhang Xun, and Xia Nuo for successfully clearing the S-rank Shrine Dungeon, Deep Sea Ruins. Congratulations to the Linyuan Pavilion squad for claiming the server's first clear of the Deep Sea Ruins, breaking the speed clear record for S-rank dungeons. Clear time, 1 hour and 42 minutes. Player Lin Chen has obtained the 8th Shrine Fragment. Shrine Fragments gathered, 8 per 13. Unlocking full access to the game's ocean regions. The moment the dungeon was cleared, on the surface of the East Sea in the real world. These are the complete coordinates sent by Lin Chen, along with the smuggling routes. Sync them immediately to the Security Special Operations Task Force. The assault team and security forces joined together and raided this secret experimental base hidden beneath the island. The operation was a massive success. The assault team intercepted a large amount of experimental equipment and illegal reagents that he was preparing to ship overseas. Yexiao's maritime forces were completely uprooted. Captain, Miss Lu Wan's consciousness fluctuations have grown stronger again. Her soul damage repair progress has significantly increased. At this rate, once we gather all 13 fragments, we will definitely be able to fully wake her up. After the battle at the Deep Sea Ruins, everyone's talents on the team ushered in new breakthroughs. Xia Nua's Eye of Truth, can ignore water pressure and turbidity underwater, seeing through consciousness fluctuations from 1,000 meters away. Ye Ling's limit combat state has completely adapted to the zero-gravity, high-resistance extreme environment, unlocking a zero-resistance underwater combat form. The Su Sisters Code Reconstruction can now operate in extreme environments.
夏诺的真实之眼可以在水下无视水压与浑浊，看穿千米外的意识波动。叶灵的极限战区彻底适应了无重力、高阻力的极端环境，解锁了水下无阻力战斗形态。苏家姐妹的代码崇高，可以在极端环境下
build a stable consciousness sharing channel, tamper with the local environment's rules. Zhang Xun's wealth rules can now be exchanged for special gear that breaks the laws of physics, making him the team's most solid logistical support. We are one step closer to gathering all 13 fragments, to waking up Lu Wan, and to the final showdown with Yexiao. The abandoned mental hospital in the northwest corner of Fog City's main urban area. This is the virtual replica for Yexiao's brain death experiment, the 9th Shrine Dungeon. The entrance to the Dead Silence Hospital. In the 10 days since clearing the Deep Sea Ruins dungeon, Linyuan Pavilion has taken over 80% of the game's safe zones. Su Qingyu and Su Qingyan used Galaxy's Level 2 permissions to fix most of the rule loopholes. In reality, the security task force followed the deep sea experimental data and took out over a dozen of Yexiao's hidden dens. His forces are on the verge of total collapse. Captain, The 2,000 elite players on the perimeter have set up 3 defensive lines. The surveillance marks are all in place. The protective gear can resist 90% of mental erosion. The guys are all ready. This hospital is the core of Yixiao's brain death experiment. The dungeon's rule is sensory deprivation sight. Hearing, smell, taste, and touch will disappear one by one. Eventually you fall into a near-death illusion of complete sensory deprivation, and your consciousness dissipates forever. The hospital has 9 floors, corresponding to the 9 stages of brain death. The 9th shrine fragment is inside the top floor experimental mainframe, which also hides the complete data. For medical experimental base No. 9, these runes share the same origin as the spirit binding array in Sunset Village. Standard code can't break them at all. Lu Wan. The runes in the hospital are variants of the spirit binding array. I have marked the cracking formulas for the life gate on each floor. The first floor's seal is hidden in the fire cabinet compartment. You can break it using the reverse seal I provided. For every layer of sensory deprivation, there is a corresponding consciousness anchoring node. I will sync them to you throughout the entire process. After the Deep Sea Ruins dungeon, Lu Wan's soul damage has been 90% repaired. Her consciousness is fully awake, but due to her prolonged slumber, her body still can't move on its own, so she took the initiative to fight. From the base's medical ward, relying on her absolute understanding of Xiao's seals, she provides full cracking guidance for the team. Lin Chen. There are thousands of players trapped in the hospital. Most of their 5 senses have already been stripped away. There is an experimental subject boss on every floor. They locate targets through consciousness fluctuations. Even without senses, they are incredibly sharp. I also see the anchoring nodes Sister Lu Wan mentioned. They match her markings perfectly. So what if our senses disappear? Even if we end up deaf and blind, I can still slaughter these monsters, with Sister Lu Wan guiding us from behind. We are solid, Captain. I will clear the path. Back then, because of complete sensory loss, I was almost trapped to death in an illusion. I only managed to escape because my teammates sacrificed themselves. But in this life, not only do I have a complete team, but also Lu Wan's precise seal cracking guidance. I have no more worries. Lu Wan, we are counting on you for the whole run. Do not worry with me here. No one can trap you. Once inside the hospital, maintain the consciousness link at all times. Even if all 5 senses are lost, you must not disconnect. Qingyue, Qingyan, use the seal cracking keys Lu Wan provides to crack the programs. No, oh no, use your mental energy to guide the way. Ye Ling, Jiang Sun, handle the monsters from the front. Remember, Lu Wan is waiting for us at the base. We are coming back with everyone understood. You have entered the first floor of the Dead Silence Hospital dungeon. Sensory deprivation mechanism activated. Sight will gradually fail in 10 minutes. Their weak point is the experimental chip in their chest. Conceal your consciousness fluctuations and strike the chip precisely. For the second floor seal cracking method, the access key for the second floor is in the medical record book. In the 3rd ward on the left, I have synced the chip's cracking code to Qingyan. You have entered the 2nd floor of the dungeon. Visual deprivation is in effect. Hearing will gradually fail in 8 minutes. System prompt. You have entered the 2nd floor. Visual systems are about to fail. I really can't see, everyone. Do not panic. Follow my mental energy guidance. My eye of truth has broken through the visual limits. I can perceive details for miles around. Sister Lu Wan synced the resistance code against sensory deprivation. Sister Qingyue has injected it into the consciousness link. Everyone, move to the rhythm of my consciousness. Ye Ling, experimental subject 3 meters to your front left. Jiang Sun, 5 meters behind you to the right. Avoid the rune traps on the floor. Intruders become test subjects. Yexiao's experiment was wrong from the very beginning. The meaning of consciousness is standing side by side with the people around you, not some immortality detached from the flesh. Congratulations to the Linyuan Pavilion squad for claiming the server's first clear of the Dead Silence Hospital. 9th Shrine Fragment obtained, unlocking full access to the game's medical regions. In reality, investigators received the experimental base data. They raided the secret experimental sites in over 10 private hospitals, captured hundreds of involved personnel, and rescued over 100 comatose patients. Yexiao's decades-long layout in the medical system was completely destroyed. Upon returning to the Linyuan Pavilion base, he immediately rushed to the medical ward. Captain, Miss Lu Wan's soul damage is 95% repaired. She can now use her seal abilities autonomously. She can even use Galaxy's residual permissions to remotely assist in cracking dungeon programs. In the 2 weeks since clearing the Dead Silence Hospital, Linyuan Pavilion has become the absolute lawmaker in the game. I led the team, using the permissions unlocked by Galaxy, to fix most of the death traps in the game, carving out safe dungeon paths for ordinary players. Tens of millions of players finally no longer have to face the constant threat of death, and in reality, investigators used the experimental data obtained from the Dead Silence Hospital to wipe out dozens more of Yexiao's hidden experimental dens. His real-world forces are almost entirely gone. Captain, the 3,000 elite players on the perimeter have secured all entrances and exits of the train station. Defensive lines are set up even at both ends of the tracks. All the necessary gear for the train, protective items, and buff potions, I have got them fully stocked for the guys. Even if this train drives to the end of the world, it will definitely be enough. This doomsday train is the core site for Yexiao's mass consciousness control experiment. Through the train's broadcasts, the station environments, and ticket information, he implants subliminal messages into the passengers. This allows him to achieve mass consciousness control over large groups, testing the extreme limits of consciousness manipulation on ordinary people in extreme environments. He wants to use this experiment to achieve mass consciousness control over tens of millions of players globally, turning everyone into his mindless puppets. This train is in constant motion, infinitely looping between 12 doomsday stations. Every time it stops at a station, it triggers a mass consciousness implant. Players will be forcibly implanted with a specific identity and memories, forgetting their true selves, and becoming total puppets of the train, only by breaking the consciousness hypnosis at each station and keeping the train moving to finally reach the terminus and destroying the core control mainframe. Can we clear the dungeon? If you get lost in the loop, you will be trapped on the train forever, becoming a walking corpse. The consciousness hypnosis program on the train shares the same underlying logic as the spirit binding array. Standard code shielding won't even last past 3 stations. I have already disassembled the hypnosis program's underlying logic for all 12 stations. I have marked the hypnosis anchor point for every single one. At each station, I will sync the corresponding cracking seal to you. It will directly block the subconscious implant. Also, the train's power core is in the front control room, bound together with the 10th Shrine Fragment. Yexiao buried a variant of the spirit-binding annihilation array in there. I will keep syncing the cracking methods to you the entire way. In the 2 weeks since clearing the Dead Silence Hospital dungeon, Lu Wan's physical recovery speed has far exceeded expectations. She can already sit up for short periods. Her consciousness and mental energy are fully restored, and her ability to disassemble Yexiao's seals is becoming increasingly precise. Lin Chen, the train is here. There is a very strong shrine fragment fluctuation on it. The fragment is in the control room at the terminal station. But there are already thousands of mind-controlled player puppets on the train. There are also the bosses for the 12 stations. They are all test subjects completely manipulated by Yexiao. Also, in the control room, there is the complete data for Transport Hub Experimental Base No 10. In the real world, Yexiao plans to use the nationwide traffic broadcast system to launch a massive mass consciousness control. So what if it is consciousness hypnosis? Even if I have memories implanted 100 times, I will never forget who I am. Forget the captain. Forget the cracking method Sister Lu Wan gave us. The train is here. Let us board. I want to see what kind of tricks that old bastard Yexiao can play. In my past life, when I braved this doomsday train, most of the team members lost their true selves in the station loops. In the end, I was the only one who made it to the terminal, but I failed to destroy the core mainframe, allowing Yexiao's mass consciousness control to almost succeed in reality. But in this life, I will absolutely not let that happen. Twin consciousness has climbed to 97%. Lu Wan, we are relying on you for this journey. Do not worry, with me here, I won't let you get trapped in the loop. Once you board the train, no matter what happens, no matter what kind of memories are implanted in you, you must remember, you are from Linyuan Pavilion. You are each other's family. Keep the consciousness link active the entire time. If anyone gets lost, the others must snap them out of it immediately. Understood. Understood. Welcome aboard Doomsday Train Flight 001. This train will loop through 12 Doomsday stations. Passengers, please board with your tickets and take your assigned seats. We wish you a pleasant journey. Doomsday has arrived. Doomsday has arrived. Embrace death. The train is arriving at the first station, Doomsday Wasteland. Mass consciousness implant initiated. Passengers, please prepare yourselves. The team enters the Doomsday Wasteland illusion, implanted with the memories of Doomsday survivors. Their only remaining goal is to survive. Jiang Xun was implanted with the memories of a rich kid, barely scraping by in the apocalypse. Ye Ling was implanted with the memories of a Doomsday mercenary. The Su sisters were implanted with the memories of researchers. Xia Nua was implanted with the memories of an orphan. Lin Chen breaks the hypnosis using his past life memories, and Lu Wan's cracking seal sinks to his consciousness. Wake up, it is an illusion. Remember who you are. I almost fell for it. This consciousness implant is way too twisted. Good thing we have Sister Lu Wan's seal and the captain. This is only the first station. There are 11 more stations ahead. The consciousness implant at each station will get stronger. Everyone hold on to your true selves. Do not be fooled by the illusions. Lu Wan, prep the cracking method for the next station and sync it to us in advance. It is already synced to your terminals. The hypnosis anchor for the next station is in the low-frequency sound waves of the train broadcast. The seal I gave you will block it directly. The train sped along. We went through the wasteland station, the snow station, the submerged station, the survival station, and more. Every station triggered a stronger mass consciousness implant. Every time. Someone nearly got completely lost in the illusion. But every time I used my soul rewind talent to wake up my lost teammates. Xianua's eye of truth would see through the illusion's flaws and find the tickets to the next station. The Su sisters would crack the hypnosis code in the broadcasts to shield us from the implant signals. Ye Ling would slaughter countless monsters in the illusions to carve a safe path for the team. Zhang Xun would use his wealth rules to put up a consciousness protection barrier for the team. We trusted each other. We protected each other. Even after 12 extreme illusion trials, not a single person was completely lost. Congratulations, passengers. You have successfully passed all 12 doomsday stops. This train has arrived at the terminal central platform. Intruders, stay here forever. In my past life, this is where I was trapped by the conductor's hypnosis, almost getting lost forever in the looping illusions. But in this life, I have fully embraced the memories and power of my past life. My twin consciousness is almost fully merged. You are not puppets. You are living human beings. Your families are still in the real world waiting for you to come home. Congratulations to players Lin Chen and his team for clearing the EOS Plus Rank Shrine Dungeon. Doomsday Train. Congratulations to the Linyuan Pavilion squad for claiming the server's first clear of the Doomsday Train, breaking the speed record for S+ rank dungeons. Player Lin Chen has obtained the 10th Shrine Fragment the moment the dungeon was cleared. The investigation team in the real world immediately received the complete data and control programs for the Transport Hub experimental base that I sent over. The team launched Operation Thunder across the Dragon Kingdom. They captured all personnel involved, completely dismantling all his forces within the transportation system. Captain, Miss Lu Wan is fully conscious. She just opened her eyes and recognized us. Once we gather the final 3 fragments, she can wake up immediately. After the battle on the Doomsday Train, everyone's talents in the team achieved their ultimate evolution. My soul rewind. Talent can shatter any form of illusion hypnosis. The Su Sisters Code Reconstruction can hack any form of consciousness control program. Xianua's Eye of Truth can locate the core of any illusion, and its weaknesses Yi Ling's Limit Combat State can safeguard her true self in any illusion. Zhang Xun's Wealth Rules can purchase special items that break consciousness rules. We are only 3 steps away from the final showdown with Yexiao. This is the 11th Shrine Dungeon, the entrance to the Starlight Ruins. It is also Yexiao's virtual replica for the consciousness jump experiment. In the 3 weeks since clearing the Doomsday Train, Linyuan Pavilion has completely taken control of the rules and order of the entire game world. I led the team, using Galaxy's unlocked permissions to open up safe dungeon teleportation channels for ordinary players, establishing a server-wide player rescue system. Tens of millions of players finally have a truly safe home. In reality, the authorities, using the experimental data obtained from the Doomsday Train, tracked down and destroyed Yexiao's last few small experimental dens. His forces are on the verge of annihilation. I am ready. Captain, the 5,000 elite players on the perimeter have secured all entrances and exits of the exhibition hall. Anti-gravity, anti-jump, and mental erosion defense gear. I have got the guys fully equipped with all of it. Even if we fly to the edge of the universe, we can definitely ensure no one loses their consciousness coordinates. This Starlight Ruins is the core site for Yexiao's consciousness jump experiment. He wants to verify if consciousness can leave the physical body and perform ultra-long-distance jumps in a virtual universe, achieving cross-spatial transmission and permanent retention of consciousness. This is the most crucial step in his consciousness immortality plan. The dungeon is in a state of complete weightlessness. Space will continuously fold and jump. Players' consciousness will be randomly jumped to different ruin nodes. If consciousness is detached from the body for more than 10 minutes, it will permanently dissipate in the universe. In this virtual universe, There are countless abandoned space stations, satellite debris, and shattered planets. They are all space jump nodes. With every spatial fold, our consciousness will be randomly jumped. Only by finding the core engine of the consciousness jump and destroying it can we stabilize space and clear the dungeon. The 11th shrine fragment is locked inside the core engine's control room. Lin Chen. At the other end of the telescope is the entrance to the Starlight Ruins. The space inside is constantly folding. The consciousness of countless players is being jumped to various ruin nodes. They are about to completely dissipate. The core engine is in the deepest part of the universe. There is a very strong shrine fragment fluctuation there. Also, there is the complete data. For aerospace experimental base No 11 in reality, Yexiao has already set up a ground consciousness jump device there, preparing to permanently upload his consciousness to the virtual world. It is just a cosmic jump, right? Even if I am thrown to the edge of the universe, I can still fight my way back, Captain. Let us go. I would like to see if Yexiao's consciousness jump can block my path. In my past life when I ran these Starlight Ruins, my teammates' consciousnesses were randomly jumped all over the universe. I spent a full 7 days just to retrieve everyone's consciousness, but in the end, 2 teammates still dissipated forever in the void. But in this life, I will never let such a tragedy happen again. Through countless searches for teammates in the Starlight Ruins in my past life, and the experience of my consciousness resisting the spatial jumps, I know every folding node and every jump pattern in this virtual universe like the back of my hand. The twin consciousness compatibility quietly climbed from 98% to 99%. The final barrier between the 2 consciousnesses is already paper thin. Only the final fusion and awakening remain. Connecting you to the medical ward's comms. For 3 weeks, every day, I used Galaxy's power to repair Lu Wan's soul network. The data on the screen shows her soul damage is 100% repaired. Her consciousness is fully awake. She is just trapped by her body's slumber state. Every day she reacts clearly to sounds from the outside world. Su Qingyan stays by the sterile pod every day, telling her about the team's dungeon runs. Her brainwaves fluctuate clearly, as if cheering them on. Captain, Miss Lu Wan's body has fully recovered, and her consciousness is fully awake. Now we just need the power of the complete galaxy to break the bonds of her slumber state, and she can wake up immediately. Once we get the last 2 fragments, we will wake you up right away. After entering the dungeon, everyone must keep their consciousness coordinates bound at all times. No matter where you get jumped to, do not disconnect the consciousness link. Qing Yue, Qing Yan, you 2 are responsible for building a stable consciousness jump channel. If anyone gets jumped, pull their consciousness back immediately. Nuonu, you are in charge of locking onto the core engine's location and the consciousness coordinates of all teammates. Ye Ling Jiang Shun, you handle the consciousness monsters that appear during the jumps. Understood. Understood. We are already inside the boundless virtual universe. All around is endless darkness and dead silence. Countless shattered planetary remains and abandoned space stations float in the void. This cold universe has no gravity, no air, no sound. Only boundless loneliness and coldness continuously erode our consciousness. System prompt: you have entered the Starlight Ruins. Dungeon space folding mechanism activated. Random consciousness jump will initiate in 5 minutes. Good grief, starting off with random jumps right away. That old bastard Yexiao really does not want us to make it out alive. In my past life in this starry sky, being jumped through space countless times, the experience of retrieving my consciousness at the edge of the universe countless times, completely freed my consciousness from the bonds of space. My original consciousness and the consciousness of my past life are almost completely merged at this moment. Even if my consciousness is jumped to the edge of the universe, I can instantly lock onto all my teammates' consciousness coordinates, using the power of soul rewind. I forcibly pulled my consciousness back to its original position. Everyone hold steady. Do not panic. I have already locked onto your consciousness coordinates. Qing Yue, Qing Yan, immediately build the consciousness jump channel. Awesome. For a split second there, I was thrown millions of kilometers away, almost could not make it back. Captain, you are amazing. You could lock onto my position from that far away. This is only the first spatial fold. The jumps later will become more frequent and further away. Everyone must maintain the consciousness link. Absolutely do not let your consciousness detach from your body. For more than 10 minutes, we continued forward in the endless starlight ruins, trusting each other, cooperating with each other. No one's consciousness detached from their body. No one fell behind. Xianua's Eye of Truth achieved its ultimate breakthrough in this extreme cosmic environment. He can see through all the nodes in the folded space, accurately predicting the time and location of every spatial jump. He can even see the coordinates of the core engine, millions of kilometers away. The Su sisters' code reconstruction broke through the limits of space. They can build a stable consciousness jump channel in the endless universe, achieving ultra-long-distance transmission of consciousness. Ye Ling's limit combat state completely adapted to the weightless, lawless cosmic environment. Even in the turbulent flow of spatial folds, she could precisely slay monsters and protect the teammates beside her. Zhang Shun's wealth rules. Purchase top-tier anti-jump devices, completely stabilizing the team's consciousness coordinates. We would never have our formation disrupted by random jumps again. And I, through spatial jump after spatial jump, had my twin consciousness continuously resonating. I pushed the soul rewind talent to its absolute limit. I can locate any consciousness coordinates across space. Even if a teammate's consciousness is jumped to the edge of the universe, I can pull them back in an instant. Finally, after passing through countless spatial turbulences and black hole traps, we reached the deepest part of the universe. This massive ring-shaped space station is Yexiao's consciousness jump experiment core and the final boss's location. I am an entity fused from the consciousness of countless players who dissipated in the starry sky. Starlight Mastermind. Intruders, stay in this starry sky forever. Soul Rewind. Push to the absolute limit. Your consciousness should not be trapped in this cold starry sky forever. Your families are still in the real world waiting for you to come home. Congratulations to players Lin Chen, Su Qingya, Su Qingyan, Ye Ling Zhang Shun, and Xia Nuo for successfully clearing the S+ rank Shrine Dungeon. Starlight Ruins. Congratulations to the Linyuan Pavilion squad for claiming the server's first clear of the Starlight Ruins, breaking the speed clear record for S+ rank dungeons. Clear time, 2 hours and 58 minutes. Player Lin Chen has obtained the 11th Shrine Fragment. Shrine Fragments gathered, 11 per 13. Unlocking full access to the game's cosmic regions. Full access unlocked. The moment the dungeon was cleared, I had the Special Operations Task Force in the real world immediately receive the complete data and jump program for Aerospace Experimental Base No. 11 that I sent over. Joining forces with the Aerospace Department, they mobilized SWAT and military forces, raiding the secret Aerospace Experimental Base deep in the Northwest Desert. They destroyed the ground consciousness jump device Yexiao built, captured all the researchers involved, and seized the main body consciousness data he was about to upload, completely dismantling all his forces in the aerospace domain. Yexiao, in reality, is left with only one final underground experimental base. He has truly become a loner. Captain, Miss Lu Wan is completely awake. She just opened her eyes and recognized us. It is just that her body is still bound by the slumber state, so she can't make any more movements. Once we gather the final 2 fragments and activate the complete galaxy, she will be able to wake up immediately and talk to us. After the battle in the Starlight Ruins, everyone's talents in the team have broken through the limits of space and consciousness. My Soul Rewind talent can locate any consciousness coordinates across space, forcibly rewinding folded space and consciousness. The Su Sisters Code Reconstruction can build stable consciousness jump channels in the endless virtual universe, achieving ultra-long-distance transmission of consciousness. Xia Nua's Eye of Truth can see through all nodes of folded space, locking onto any consciousness coordinates regardless of distance. Yeiling's limit combat state can allow her to fight at her limit in spatial turbulence and weightless environments, ignoring the bonds of spatial rules. Zhang Shun's wealth rules can purchase special items that counter spatial rules, stabilize consciousness coordinates, and tamper with local rules of the virtual universe. We are only 2 steps away from waking up Luwan, and from the final showdown with Yexiao. Only 2 steps left. As the curtain falls on the Starlight Ruins, the gates of reincarnation for the 12th Shrine Dungeon, Infinite Hell, have opened. This is the entrance to the 12th Shrine Dungeon, Infinite Hell. It is also the virtual replica for Yexiao's consciousness reincarnation experiment and his penultimate line of defense in the game. From clearing the Starlight Ruins until now, 10 days have passed. During these 10 days, Linyuan Pavilion has become the faith in the hearts of tens of millions of players. I led the team, using Galaxy's Level 2 permissions, to fix almost all the malicious programs in the game, building stable, safe zones for the players. We even opened up reality logout channels for some safe dungeons, allowing some players who are physically unwell to temporarily return to the real world to recover. In reality, investigators, based on the precise coordinates synced by Xia Nu in the Starlight Ruins, have raided Yexiao's core experimental bases nationwide. They captured nearly 1,000 involved personnel and rescued hundreds of illegally detained test subjects. Yexiao's real-world forces have completely collapsed. Only one last hidden core hideout remains. Investigators tracked it for 4 months, but could never lock onto the exact coordinates. From the start of the open beta until now, step by step we fought our way out of desperate situations, gathering all 13 fragments, and reaching the final showdown with Yexiao. Only this last step remains. Captain, the 10,000 elite players on the perimeter have already secured all entrances and exits to the underground bomb shelter. The 3-layer defense fortifications won't even let a mouse slip through. Illusion-breaking badges, tree incarnation protection, and consciousness anchoring items. I have got the guys fully equipped with all of them. They can absolutely protect everyone's true selves from being deceived by the reincarnation illusions. This Infinite Hell is the final site of Yexiao's consciousness reincarnation experiment. He built an 18-layer reincarnation illusion here. Every layer corresponds to the deepest obsessions of the human heart: family, friendship, love, wealth, power, life and death, and self. In every layer of illusion, a player will experience a complete cycle of reincarnation. Once you lose yourself in the reincarnation and forget your true identity, your consciousness will be permanently trapped in the cycle, becoming a part of the illusion. Every reincarnation seal here shares the same origin as the spirit binding array in Sunset Village. Before her consciousness dissipated, Lu Wan synced the core seal knowledge for breaking the spirit binding array to me via consciousness sharing. Over these 4 months, I organized it into a complete seal cracking manuscript and have already synced all the cracking methods to everyone. I have hacked the outer program barrier. Inside is a completely sealed space of reincarnation rules. Rules space. Once we step inside, there is no turning back except to clear the dungeon. Yexiao left his ultimate trump card here. If we get lost in the reincarnation cycle, he can directly extract our consciousnesses and integrate them into his reincarnation program. The 12th shrine fragment is embedded in the core of the karmic fire disk, in the deepest part of infinite hell. Lin Chen. Behind the door lies 18 layers of endless reincarnation. The consciousness of nearly 1,000 players is trapped inside. They have been lost in the reincarnation cycle for nearly 2 months. The karmic fire disk is in the deepest part of infinite hell. There is a very strong shrine fragment fluctuation there. It also holds the complete 3D coordinates and defense layout for Yexiao's final underground experimental base. The coordinates I saw before were all disguises set up by Yexiao. Only here can we get the true, precise location? So what if it is 18 layers of reincarnation? Even if I have to experience 100 or 1,000 lives, I will absolutely never forget who I am. I will never forget the captain or forget our family. This final dungeon, we will clear it together. Together we will go see Yexiao and settle this once and for all. In my past life, it was in this very infinite hell that I experienced endless reincarnation before finally reaching Yexiao's core hub. But I paid a bitter price for it. My teammates got lost in the cycle one by one. In the end, I was the only one left. But in this life, I stand here with my complete team. I will never let anyone be trapped forever in these reincarnation illusions. The me from my past life experienced countless life and death cycles and countless regrets in the reincarnations of infinite hell before finally understanding that the essence of reincarnation is never destruction, but holding firm. My twin consciousness is completely reconciled at this moment. The Avenger of the past life and the Guardian of this life no longer have boundaries between them. The twin consciousness compatibility is now infinitely close to 100%. It only needs the final catalyst of the endgame battle to fully awaken. Connecting you to the medical ward's comms. During these 10 days, I used Galaxy's power every day to inject restorative energy into Lu Wan's consciousness. The data on the screen shows her body has fully recovered. Her consciousness is awake at all times. Every day, she engages in simple consciousness interactions with the medical team through the sterile pod's monitoring equipment. Su Qingyan stays by the sterile pod every day, telling her about the team about to run the final dungeon. Her brainwaves send back clear responses, as if cheering them on. Captain, Miss Lu Wan is fully prepared. She told me to tell you that you must return safely. She is waiting at the base to reunite with everyone. Do not worry. We will definitely bring back the final fragment and wake you up. The 18 layers of reincarnation will test us to the extreme on every layer. Remember, no matter what kind of life you experience, no matter how real everything in the illusion feels, never forget who you are. Never forget who the people beside you are. We are family. No matter how many times you reincarnate, I will find you and wake you up. Are you ready? We are ready. Behind these 18 doors of reincarnation, each one holds a complete cycle of life. You have entered the SS rank Shrine Dungeon, Infinite Hell. The 18-layer reincarnation mechanism is activated. Please clear the 18 layers of reincarnation illusions, reach the core of Infinite Hell, and destroy the karmic fire disk to clear the dungeon. Warning, If you lose yourself in the reincarnation illusions, your consciousness will be permanently trapped inside. Revival is impossible. These 18 layers of reincarnation illusions are the ultimate test of everyone's true nature. I made it through the rainy night cycle of my parents' assassination. I no longer disguise myself as a stubborn fool. I faced my inner guilt and fear. I made it through the life and death cycle of the Snow Mountain mission. I let go of over a decade's worth of obsession and made peace with my past self. We made it through the rainy day cycle of our fallout 3 years ago. We completely unraveled the knots in our hearts. Our code talents achieved ultimate fusion. I made it through the childhood cycle of my blindness. I no longer fear the mockery of others. The eye of truth broke through the barrier between virtual and reality, and fully awakened. And I made it through the reincarnation illusion of the final battle in my past life. I faced the regrets and obsessions of both my lives. The fusion of my twin consciousness climbed once again. Finally, after clearing the 18th layer of reincarnation, we reached the deepest part of infinite hell. I am the Lord of Reincarnation. Formed by the obsessions of countless lost players. Die, you ants. Congratulations to players Lin Chen, Su Qingya, Su Qingyan, Ye Ling Jiang Shun, and Xia Nuo for successfully clearing the SS rank Shrine Dungeon, Infinite Hell. Congratulations to the Linyuan Pavilion squad for claiming the server's first clear of Infinite Hell, breaking the speed record for SS rank dungeons. Clear time, 3 hours and 17 minutes. Player Lin Chen has obtained the 12th Shrine Fragment. Shrine Fragments, gathered, 12 per 13. Unlocking temporary server-wide access permissions. The moment the dungeon was cleared, he immediately synced the precise coordinates of Yek Xiao's main body that Xia Nuo locked onto to the security system in the real world. The moment the security forces received the coordinates, they initiated the highest level of surveillance protocol. All security forces in the city mobilized rapidly towards the abandoned mine in the West Mountains. The inescapable net closing in on Yek Xiao's main body was officially deployed. 12 shrine dungeons have been cleared. The gates to the final showdown are right before our eyes. The top floor of the Xinqiang Tech Building. This is where the servers for the entire Illusion City game are located. It is also Yek Xiao's final lair in the virtual world. This is the entrance to the central corridor, Yek Xiao's final line of defense in the virtual world, and the only path to the 13th Shrine Fragment. From clearing the Starlight Ruins dungeon to the conclusion of the Infinite Hell dungeon, over the course of a full month, I led the team steadily forward, clearing the Dead Silence Hospital, the Doomsday Train, the Starlight Ruins, and Infinite Hell 4 shrine dungeons in a row. We have gathered 12 shrine fragments. Linyuan Pavilion has become the faith in the hearts of tens of millions of players. Security forces in reality also followed the clues obtained from the dungeons, wiping out all of Yek Xiao's core experimental bases across the country. His forces in reality have completely crumbled. Only one last hidden core hideout remains. Security forces tracked it for 4 months, but could never lock onto the exact coordinates. From the start of the open beta until now, in just 4 months, step by step we fought our way out of desperate situations. We are only one dungeon away from gathering all 13 fragments, and the final showdown with Yek Xiao. Only this last dungeon remains. Captain, the 10,000 elite players on the perimeter have secured all entrances and exits to the Xinqiang Tech Building. The 3-layer defense fortifications won't even let a mouse slip through. Illusion-breaking badges, tree incarnation protection, and consciousness anchoring items. I have got the guys fully equipped with all of them. They can absolutely protect everyone's true selves from being deceived by the reincarnation illusions. This central corridor is the ultimate cage Yek Xiao built, using the underlying rules of the entire game server. The ultimate cage. The corridor has 9 layers in total. Every layer corresponds to the ultimate malicious versions of the 12 shrine dungeons we previously cleared. Inside is the ultimate form of the spirit binding array left by Lu Wan's parents, the 9 Deaths Annihilation Array. I have completely disassembled all the seal manuscripts Lu Wan left behind, disassembled all of them, compiling a complete cracking blueprint. I have synced it to everyone. I have hacked the outer program barrier. Inside is a completely sealed space of ultimate rules. Once we step into the corridor, Yexiao's main body in reality will sense it immediately. He will initiate the game core's self-destruct sequence. Once the sequence is triggered, the consciousness of tens of millions of players currently in the game will be permanently locked inside the virtual world. The 13th Shrine Fragment is hidden in the deepest part of the central corridor. It is bound together with the game's core hive. Also, only by gathering 12 shrine fragments can we open the doors to the central corridor, and only by clearing the corridor can we fully lock onto the consciousness anchor of Yexiao's main body in reality. The coordinates Sha Nu saw before were all disguises made by Yexiao, only inside the corridor. Can we get the true, precise location? Lin Chen, behind the door lies 9 layers of endless reincarnation. The consciousness of nearly 1,000 players is trapped inside. They have been lost in the reincarnation cycle for nearly 2 months, in the deepest part of the corridor. The 13th shrine fragment is right there. And the consciousness anchor for Yexiao's main body is hidden in the core of the 9th layer. I can feel it. He is already waiting for us there. So, what if it is 9 layers of reincarnation? We have already cleared 12 dungeons. This final corridor, we will smash right through it. Miss Lu Wan is waiting at the base for us to wake her up. We absolutely cannot stop here. Captain, I will clear the path. Let us go. The twin consciousness of my past life and this life. The fusion rate has climbed to 999%. Only one final push remains to achieve 100% complete fusion. In my past life, I stormed into the central corridor alone. In the end, I could only perish together with Yexiao, falling into darkness with endless regrets. But in this life, standing beside me is my most trusted family. We have gathered 12 shrine fragments. The inescapable net in reality has been deployed. I am no longer fighting alone. Connected to the live comms of the medical ward, Captain, Miss Lu Wan is fully awake. She told me to tell you that you must return safely. She is waiting at the base to reunite with everyone. The ultimate cracking method for the 9 deaths annihilation array. She has already synced it via the consciousness interaction device to your terminals. Do not worry. We will definitely bring back the last fragment and wake you up. The central corridor is Yexiao's final line of defense, and our final battlefield. This time, not only are we going to get the 13th fragment, but we are going to completely end Yexiao's conspiracy and bring all the trapped players home safely. Are you ready? We are ready. Behind these 9 doors of reincarnation, each door holds an extreme reincarnation illusion. You have entered the SS rank shrine dungeon, central corridor. The 9-layer reincarnation mechanism is activated. Please clear the 9 layers of reincarnation illusions. Reach the end of the corridor, obtain the 13th shrine fragment, and clear the dungeon. Warning: if you lose your self-awareness in the reincarnation illusions, you will be permanently trapped inside the dungeon. Revival is impossible. System prompt: Central corridor first layer obsession. Replicating the resentment mirror image of the first boss from the Midnight Apartment. Local rules activated. Killing the mirror image born from your own obsession will unlock the path to the next level. You know what, Yexiao? This old bastard actually took all the dungeons we have cleared and copied them over here. He replicated our abilities. This is the core rule of the central corridor, corresponding to the first 9 shrine dungeons we cleared. It is the ultimate malicious replica. Only by breaking the core obsession of this floor can we break the seal to the next floor. The core lock of the first floor is in the interlining of the fire cabinet. Same location as the diary in the Midnight Apartment. The mirror image's weak point is the obsession mark on its forehead. The power of Soul Rewind can shatter it directly. Lin Chen, Only you can do this. System prompt first clear. Twin consciousness fusion increased by 0.5%. Current fusion at 965%. The array's core is hidden in the west corner. The life gate is under the feet of the third paper figure to the northwest. I have synced the cracking seal to Qingyu. Draw it in the order I gave you, and it will temporarily suppress the array. System prompt. Second floor cleared. Twin consciousness fusion increased by 0.5%. Current fusion at 97%. The team pressed forward, clearing the third floor, Sacred Heart Hospital's obstetrics illusion. The fourth floor, Princess Mengying's consciousness cage. With every floor cleared, Lin Chen's twin consciousness fusion steadily increased. Just as they stepped into the connecting corridor, a sudden crisis occurred. Brother Jiang Xun. This seal and the central corridor's core array are bound together. Yexiao, welded galaxies underlying loopholes in the spirit binding, cursed together. Standard code cracking is completely useless. Do not panic. This is a variant of the spirit binding death curse left by my parents. I know how to suppress it. Lin Chen. Use your soul rewind power to stabilize Jiang Xun's consciousness origin. Do not let it dissipate. Qingyu. Follow the seal order I gave you, and draw a reverse spirit locking curse on his forehead. It will temporarily stop the seal from spreading. I have synced the complete suppression blueprint to you. Lin Chen. The fifth floor is a replica of Chrono Sequence. The time turbulence inside the illusion is even stronger. Sister Lu Wan said, the core hidden room of the central corridor is at the end of the 9th floor. The 13th fragment is right there. Jiang Xun is our family. We will never leave him behind. The remaining 5 floors, we clear them together. Lu Wan, we will be counting on you for the rest of the way. Do not worry. With me here, I won't let anything happen to any of you. The complete cracking blueprint for floors 5 through 9 has all been synced to you. I will be waiting for you at the base. Bring the fragment and come back safely. System prompt entered the 5th floor of the central corridor. First boss, time mirror image activated. Twin consciousness fusion increased by 15%. The team worked together, successively clearing floors 5 through 9. System prompt. All 9 cage floors of the central corridor cleared. Current fusion at 995%. Arrived before the core hidden room of the central corridor. The 13th shrine fragments. Energy fluctuation is locked on Lin Chen. The hidden room is right behind the stone door. The 13th shrine fragment is on the crystal pedestal inside. But there is a very strong resentment energy inside. It is the central corridor's final boss. Void Mastermind. It is made by Yexiao, using the residual souls of all the players who died trapped in the corridor. Lin Chen. From the moment you said Galaxy's name in the Midnight Apartment dungeon and used the Soul Rewind talent, I guessed that you came back from the future. Actually, the second personality you have been feeling was never an independent violent consciousness, but rather the complete you. carrying all the memories and combat instincts of your past life. Galaxy is the ultimate fail-safe program. Secretly embedded into the game's core. After discovering Xiao's conspiracy, I split it into 13 components and hid them in the 13 shrine dungeons. Its core design logic has 3 irreplaceable activation conditions. Missing even one will not work. First is the origin of the Guardian logic. The activator must have an absolute obsession to protect, not a desire to plunder and control. This is also the reason why Xiao could never activate Galaxy. Second is absolute consciousness compatibility. The activator's mental energy threshold must be able to bear the weight of the rules of the entire game world. And the third, which is also the most crucial hidden condition, consciousness anchoring. Galaxy's operational protocol states that when the soul-compatible user's consciousness dissipates in the game's core hub, Galaxy will automatically activate. It extracts the user's strongest obsession fragment to use as a consciousness anchor, rewinding their complete consciousness and memories back to the timeline corresponding to the anchor. In your past life, when you perished together with Xiao, your strongest obsession was failing to protect King Yu and failing to save the trapped players. This obsession was so intense that it perfectly matched Galaxy's Guardian logic. Galaxy not only pulled your complete consciousness back to before the open beta, but also took your 3 years of past life, blood-soaked combat instincts, and bone-deep dungeon clearing experience, along with memories of endless regrets, and condensed them into a secondary consciousness. That is the second personality you have always felt. He is not your opposite. He is you from your past life, the complete you, bearing regrets and the obsession for revenge. He never wanted to devour your main consciousness. He only wanted, when you were in danger, to protect you with instincts carved into his bones from his past life, to protect the people you wanted to protect. The violent echoes you felt in the previous dungeons, the combat instincts, were all this secondary consciousness, resonating with the present you. As you gathered fragments and made up for the regrets of your past life, this secondary consciousness gradually merged with your main consciousness, eventually becoming the complete you. This is the true reason Galaxy chose you. So that is how it is. The so-called twin personalities were a dialogue between the past life bearing regrets and the present life making amends. Every resonance before was the two consciousnesses accepting each other and completing each other. Galaxy's permissions are divided into 3 stages. Base permissions are unlocked by fragments. Level 2 permissions require gathering 7 or more fragments, and the ultimate activation requires meeting 2 conditions. First, gather all 13 fragments. Second, your twin consciousness must be 100% merged. Only then can you unlock the illusion rules, gaining the supreme authority that overrides the game's underlying rules. The annihilation curse on Jiang Xun and Miss Lu Wan's slumber state both require the ultimately activated Galaxy to be completely resolved. This is our only path and the only way to save them. So, Captain, you are a big shot reborn from the past. No wonder you have been so fierce since day 1 of registration. I was wondering why every time we ran into danger, it was like you had the third eye, predicting all the traps in advance. Whether it is you from your past life or you from this life, you are the person I want to follow. No matter what lies ahead, I will charge through it with you. Lin Chen. The final curse lock on the stone door requires your merged twin consciousness, combined with the 12 shrine fragments to unlock. I have synced the final unlocking method to you. Xiao left the final spirit binding annihilation array in the hidden room. Only your completely merged twin consciousness can fully break it. Futile struggles. Ye Ling Jiang Xun, guard the flanks, block the tentacle attacks. Qing Yue, Qing Yan, crack the core of the spirit binding array in the room. Nuo Nu, lock onto the Void Mastermind's consciousness core. Lin Chen, Its core is in the deepest part of the darkness, the consciousness anchor left by Yexiao. Only by shattering that anchor can we kill it completely. You should not be trapped in this endless corridor forever. Your families are still in the real world, waiting for you to come home. System prompt, Central Corridor's final boss, Void Mastermind has been killed. Twin consciousness fusion increased by 001%. Current fusion at 9999%. Server-wide announcement. Congratulations to player Lin Chen for successfully gathering the 13th Shrine Fragment. All 13 Shrine Fragments gathered. Progress, 13 per 13. Galaxy system fully activated. Hardware conditions met. The game's final core hub. Max access privileges prerequisite unlocked. Central Corridor dungeon is permanently closed. All dungeon rules and malicious arrays are permanently invalidated. Finally gathered them all. I did not hold everyone back, did I? Brother Jiang Xun, you did not hold us back. You protected all of us. Before the final battle, Xie Nuo had already used the Eye of Truth to lock onto Yexiao's real-world coordinates the moment the 13 fragments were gathered. Inside the command center in the real world, everyone held their breath. All units, attention, target coordinates fully locked. Maintain full encirclement. Await final assault orders. We absolutely cannot let the target escape again. Lin Chen received an encrypted message from Jiang Xun's father, learning that the organization has locked onto Yexiao's main body's hideout and completed a full encirclement. All 13 fragments have been gathered. The hardware conditions for activating Galaxy are met. Next, what we must face is Yexiao's main consciousness, and the core target of the entire game. Congratulations on gathering all the fragments. I will be waiting for you to return safely at the base. Once you activate Galaxy, I can wake up and stand side by side with you. Mainframe Hive server room. This is the ultimate lair Yexiao has managed for over a decade. It is also the origin of the underlying rules for the entire game world. This place is exactly like the scene in my past life's memories. In my past life, it was here that I perished together with Yexiao, falling into boundless darkness with endless regrets. But in this life, I brought my complete team, gathered 13 shrine fragments, and stand here today. I am no longer alone. Lin Chen. The entire server room is a massive consciousness cage. The moment we stepped in, all external channels were locked down. Yexiao's consciousness entity is inside the liquid metal core. He has been watching us all along. All strike teams have reached their designated positions. Full encirclement complete. Target is in the underground server room at the deepest part of the mine. No possibility of escape. Awaiting final assault orders. All of the mine's external communication links have been completely cut off. We have seized control of the power supply. The target cannot transmit any information to the outside, nor activate backup self-destruct sequences. The inescapable net closing in on Yexiao's main body has completely tightened. He cannot escape even if he grew wings. Lin Chen, I really underestimated you. I never expected that Qingyu would go behind my back and bury something like Galaxy in the game. Even less did I expect that it could pull your past life's consciousness back, forcibly rewriting all my plans. Carrying the clear records of 12 shrine dungeons, gathering 13 fragments and charging all the way here. You truly are qualified to be my opponent. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yexiao. I trusted you back then, and gave you the core code of the game's underlying architecture, but you used it to conduct human experiments, devouring player consciousness, to satisfy your ridiculous delusion of becoming a god. Today, we will destroy all of this with our own hands. Ridiculous. Ha ha ha. The human body is so fragile. Birth, aging, illness and death pass in a flash. Only by uploading consciousness into the virtual world can one attain true immortality. I am leading humanity into a new era. You mortals simply do not understand my greatness. Ye Ling, carve a path in front. Hold off the monster tide. Qingyue, Qinyan, crack the program traps in the server room. Sever Yexiao's connection to the core. Xia Nuo, lock onto the weak point of Yexiao's main consciousness body. Zhang Shun, guard the flanks. Set up an absolute guardian barrier. Just one final push left. The battle in the server room has lasted for a full 40 minutes. Lin Chen is pushing his twin consciousness for the final fusion. He absolutely cannot be interrupted by Yexiao. Yexiao's consciousness anchor is at the course 3 of the clock direction. In my past life, I could not protect Lin Chen. In this life, even if I risk my life, I will buy Lin Chen the time to fuse his twin consciousness. Ha ha ha. Truly touching. Lin Chen, you think you can stop me with these people? Dream on. Once I completely absorb Galaxy's power, I will be the one and only true god of this world. Do not be afraid, I am here. As long as I am still standing, no one can hurt you. The fusion is not complete yet. I will absolutely not fall. I told you not to take it head-on. As long as I interrupt Lin Chen's consciousness fusion and kill him, no one will ever be able to stop my immortality plan. Lin Chen, watch out. Lin Chen, we can hold him off. We believe in you, whether it is life or death. We are with you. Hurry and complete the fusion. Do not let our efforts go to waste. Lin Chen, I can hold it. Do not come over. You are the light in my life. I will never let him hurt you. Hurry and complete the fusion. Captain, hurry.
We are holding on.
Just the final step left. Ah. Lin Chen, memories of the past life violently clash with reality's memories. Ah. Ah. System prompt. Detected host Lin Chen's twin consciousness is completely merged. 13 shrine fragments have been gathered. Galaxy key verification 100% passed. System prompt. Galaxy system fully activated. Ultimate talent. Illusion rules unlocked. Host has obtained max administrative privileges for Illusion City. Your doomsday is here. Impossible. This is impossible. Galaxy is clearly just an underlying program I discarded. How could you possibly activate its ultimate power? You can't even protect your own main body. Yet you still want to make waves in the virtual world. What you owe those innocent players? What you owe the lives of the test subjects you killed today? It shall all be settled. Report to Command Center, target Yexiao successfully captured. No casualties on site. Neural connections have been severed. Network circuits are physically isolated. Ha 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 ha. Ha. No. Impossible. My main body. My anchor. Lin Chen, you ruined everything of mine. Even if I die, I will drag you down with me. The moment Yexiao's consciousness entity was completely annihilated, all red alerts across the entire game world were lifted. The blood-red clouds dispersed. Sunlight pierced through the clouds, spilling across every corner of the game world. In the name of Galaxy, reshape the broken souls. Brothers, I am awake. Welcome home. Ha ha ha. Command confirmed. All permissions unlocked. System prompt. Game's ultimate boss Yexiao has been completely killed. All malicious programs have been entirely purged. Game logout function fully unlocked. All abnormal statuses lifted. We won. We can go home now. We can finally go home. Mom, I want to go home. In hospitals across the country, countless players who had been comatose for 4 months opened their eyes one after another. Families waiting by their bedsides instantly burst into tears. In Yuncheng First Hospital, beside Lu Wan's bed, gathered the team who had just logged out of the game, seeing everyone safe and sound. Everyone revealed relieved smiles. We are back. Peace on earth inside the Yuncheng Security Bureau. Yexiao, for the crimes of intentional homicide, endangering public safety, illegal human experimentation, and dozens of other charges, was lawfully prosecuted. What awaits him are the law's most severe sanctions. This death game that swept up tens of millions of players globally and lasted for 4 months, finally on both the virtual and reality fronts, met its complete end. See you in the real world. The scent of disinfectant lingers in the air. Since he clicked log out, a full 12 hours have passed. Captain, call me when you wake up. I am right in the next ward. It was left by Zhang Shun. The handwriting was flamboyant and lively, moving his somewhat stiff body. He found his mobility unaffected. The screen was already flooded with 99+ messages. Family. I am awake. I am alive. The air in the real world smells so sweet. Just finished my physical checkup. Everything's normal. I am with my mom and dad. They said they want to treat everyone to a meal. Thank you all for always taking care of me. Su Qingyan and I just finished visiting Lu Wan. She can already get out of bed and walk. She is recovering very well. Waiting for you guys to come over. See you in the garden downstairs. Lin Chen looked at the messages on the screen, and a relieved smile involuntarily graced his lips. The life and death battle spanning 2 lifetimes, finally, at this moment, truly settles into dust. Half an hour later, in the garden downstairs at the hospital, everyone finally had their first complete reunion in the real world. Jiang Shun was wearing casual clothes, no longer carrying that playboy vibe from the game. He seemed much more mature. He was gesturing wildly while talking to Xia Nuo, making the young girl laugh continuously. It is so nice to have sunlight. Captain, you are finally awake. I thought you were gonna sleep until the afternoon. Just woke up and did a checkup. Everything is fine. Lin Chen looked at everyone before him, looking at their vibrant, smiling faces, and his heart filled with peace. The bloody battles in the game were ultimately all for this moment of everyday earthly warmth. Lin Chen. Long time no see. Thank you for pulling me out of that darkness. It was you yourself who never gave up. Just then, Jiang's father walked over, Mr. Lin Chen, and everyone else, on behalf of the security department, and on behalf of all trapped players and their families. Thank you. You are the ones who stopped Yexiao's conspiracy and saved the lives of tens of millions. Yexiao, on dozens of charges, has been lawfully prosecuted. What awaits him are the law's most severe sanctions. All of Yexiao's remnant forces have been completely wiped out by Dragon Kingdom authorities. All illegally detained test subjects have been rescued and properly resettled nationwide. Over 90% of comatose players have already woken up. The rest are steadily recovering. There has not been a single additional case of brain death. The Cybersecurity Department would like to invite all of you to participate in the security construction project for the new virtual world. You are the people who understand this system the most. That is for sure. Our captain is going to be the chief director of the future virtual world. Everyone burst into laughter. Sunlight spilled over everyone, warm and dazzling. Ha 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 ha. That evening, Xia Nuo's parents booked a full table for a reunion dinner at the best restaurant in Yuncheng. Come, Lin Chen, Xia, Nu, do not be polite. In the crisp clinking of glasses was the joy of surviving a catastrophe, the bond of fighting side by side, and boundless expectations for the future. Lin Chen looked at everyone around him and at the myriad lights of the city outside the window. Lin Chen raised his glass and spoke softly. To us, to peace on earth. To peace on earth. All darkness will eventually welcome the dawn. All those fighting side by side will eventually find a perfect ending. Top floor conference room of Jiang Group headquarters. On a massive holographic screen in the room, the underlying architecture of the all-new Illusion City was displayed. Lin Chen stood before the screen, surrounded by the core team and top experts from the Dragon Kingdom's cyber department. A meeting regarding the rebirth of the virtual world had been going on for a full 3 hours. Over this past month, Lin Chen led the team, partnering with national cybersecurity departments and Jiang Group's tech team, completing a total reconstruction of Illusion City's underlying code. They stripped away all malicious programs, consciousness-devouring traps, and death rules. They patched all system vulnerabilities left by Yexiao, completely overhauling this former game of life and death. The security fortification of the underlying architecture is fully complete. There are no high-risk vulnerabilities. We kept the original immersive, neural link technology and optimized the transmission logic of neural signals, reducing the load on the brain. Even with prolonged connections, it won't cause any harm to the physical body. We redesigned the game's core mechanics, stripping away all thriller and death-related dungeon content. We built an open-world immersive experience divided into casual exploration, story quests, and competitive esports, suitable for users of all ages. At the same time, we built the world's top-tier consciousness security defense system. Scenarios like neural link lockouts or consciousness tampering will absolutely never happen again. The experts in the conference room nodded in praise. Illusion City was once a global disaster, but now, in their hands, it is about to become the world's first universal immersive virtual world, becoming a brand new bridge connecting reality and the virtual realm. On the screen in front of him is the all-new virtual world security rule system he designed over this month, relying on his absolute understanding of Yexiao's curses and consciousness control tech. He built a complete consciousness security firewall, becoming the head of security for the new virtual world. The security system I designed is divided into 3 layers of defense. The first layer is real-time neural link monitoring. The moment abnormal fluctuations are detected in the user's brain, it will immediately force a disconnect and issue an alert. The second layer is an anti-consciousness tampering system. Any external program attempting to alter a user's consciousness data will be intercepted and traced immediately. The third layer is an emergency rescue channel. Even if an extreme situation occurs, users can use the emergency channel to log out of the virtual world instantly. The experts looked at this comprehensive security system, their eyes filled with admiration. This system fundamentally eradicates the possibility of the Yexiao incident happening again, establishing a brand new security standard for the entire immersive virtual industry. On the operations side, we have partnered with hundreds of cultural and tourism agencies, museums, and universities nationwide. In the virtual world, we have built one replicas of cultural and tourist spots, digital museums, and virtual campuses. In the future, we will expand into virtual offices, virtual medical care, virtual socializing, and various other sectors. It is no longer just a game, but a brand new, peaceful virtual world full of infinite possibilities. In terms of security, I have assembled a professional virtual emergency response team composed entirely of veterans and professional security personnel. They will be on duty 24/7 to protect users' safety. The system he designed can maximize the user's immersive experience. Even visually impaired people can see the beauty of this world inside the virtual world. The sensory optimization system I designed has completed its final testing. It adapts to different users' physical conditions and adjusts sensory feedback, allowing everyone to experience equal beauty in this world. Great! At the end of the meeting, everyone unanimously approved the launch plan for the new virtual world and confirmed its new name, Virtual Rebirth. In my past life, in this world, I experienced endless darkness and regrets. In this life, together with my family, I will turn this world into a place full of hope and light. Next, let us focus on the tech sector. Over the course of 3 months, Virtual Rebirth completed full-scale testing, and today is its global launch conference. 4 months ago, Illusion City was a disaster that swept the globe. Countless people lost their lives in it, and countless families were torn apart. But today, we stand here to tell the whole world that virtual technology itself is never a disaster. Its future should be bright, warm, and belonging to everyone. One replicas of the motherland's magnificent landscapes, immersive digital museums, convenient virtual office environments, warm virtual social spaces, and barrier-free experience systems tailored for special demographic groups. Every image on the screen left everyone present in awe. Next, please welcome my teammates. Mr. Lin Chen, what are your expectations for the future of Virtual Rebirth? We hope this virtual world can become an extension of the real world, not a replacement. We hope It allows people separated by thousands of miles to meet anytime, allowing those with physical limitations to experience the freedom of running, allowing everyone to find their own slice of happiness here. We once fell into darkness, so we understand the preciousness of light even more. In the future, we will always hold fast to our original intent to protect, letting virtual technology truly serve humanity and bring warmth to humanity. The gavel fell. The judge pronounced the sentence in court. The defendant Yexiao, guilty of intentional homicide, endangering public safety, illegal human experimentation, and multiple other charges, punished for multiple crimes, sentenced to death, executed immediately. Deafening applause erupted in the courtroom. This trial of the century, which lasted over a year, finally reached its ultimate verdict. Justice may be late, but it is never absent. Over this past year, I teamed up with Jang Group and national cybersecurity departments, completely stripping away all malicious programs from Illusion City, transforming it into the world's first universal, immersive virtual world. It has become a brand new bridge connecting reality and the virtual realm, bringing new life and hope to countless people. Linyuan Pavilion also transitioned from an in-game player guild into the operations team for the new virtual world. Jang Xun became the CEO of operations for the virtual world. He is no longer that cynical rich kid. Lu Wan became the head of security for the virtual world, using her own experiences to protect the consciousness security of every player. The sisters, Su Qingyue and Su Qingyan, became the chief architects of the virtual world, continuing to write a brand new world of code. Ye Ling became the head of the security forces for the virtual world. She assembled a professional emergency response team, guarding the peace of the virtual world. Xia Nuo became the chief sensory officer of the virtual world. Using his eye of truth, he inspects every potential risk. And I became the general director of the all-new Illusion City, and also the chief advisor for the Global Virtual Security Committee. We have finally reached the most perfect ending. Captain, the new virtual world's concurrent online user count just broke 200 million. We did it. We did it. This world is finally at peace. To us. To virtual rebirth. To our brand new lives. We ended a dark era and also ushered in a brand new one. Our story has only just begun. All darkness will eventually welcome the dawn. All those fighting side by side will eventually find a perfect ending. Virtual rebirth. Peace on earth. Ha 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 ha.